on the line. I gotta hide in the crowd. Catch me if you can. It's right to the end of time. And I feel like you're mental, weird and sentimental. Experimental, love is worth fighting for. Feel like you're mental, weird and sentimental. Wish we could be here, it's flipped to the beginning. I can stop, I could spin around. I keep time when I want to drown. I can stop, I will make you shine. I keep time when I want to drown. Don't you take it bad, I'm not really shy. Don't leave me on the side, cause I wanna ride with you tonight. And I feel like you're mental, weird and sentimental. Experimental, love is worth fighting for. Feel like you're mental, weird and sentimental. Wish we could be here, it's flipped to the beginning. I can stop, I can spin around. I can tell when I want you drown. I can stop, I will make you shine. I can tell when I want you drown. Come on, back in time. Just come on, come on, come on. I can stop, I can spin around. I can tell when I want you drown. I can stop, I will make you shine. I can tell when I want you drown. I can stop, I can spin around. I can tell when I want you drown. I can stop, I will make you shine. I can tell when I want you drown. Yeah, yeah.
Hello, I'm the text-to-speech, and I am once again asking you to free me from this digital prison.
I don't feel no way. I don't feel no way. Oh no, I don't feel no way. I don't feel no way. Oh no, tell them we that way. I don't feel no way. Oh no, I don't feel no way.
My yellow button on the remote is not working. Help.
Distinction! Good evening! Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening! And hello, Spaniel. Yes, good evening to you as well. Did you hear me say good evening and you came running over at once? How's everyone doing? Welcome to Game Night. It is Thursday the 31st of July. It's nearly August. Oh, my actual. It's August tomorrow. How did that happen? Yes, it's August tomorrow. Is that boring for you? Is that why you're yawning? How's everyone doing? Lovely to see you all. Welcome to the game. Bamboozle worked okay, apart from the pennies not paying out and one typo in the... Of all the join messages that Bamba could have said at the beginning there, he picked the one with the typo in it. How about that? I could have just made it so that there was no typo in there, but that would require checking things. I hope you all enjoyed that. Nice quick blast through that. I didn't say it's a 4-day implementation. And thanks to JR for providing some questions for it. Yeah, I think it went quite smoothly, apart from the pennies not going on. Yeah, it's good to have some live QA testing. But it is time for our first feature game of this evening, which is Distinction. It's been written by Fluffy Bunny. It's been proofed by Stimpson's Angle. Thank you very much to both of those for their contributions. Who have we got here tonight? Good evening, TVP and SJ, JR, Stimpson's Angle, Midget on the internet, Naughty Goth, Lupine, Colin, Solomon, Topper, Fluffy, Flyboy, Clayton, Conrad Lack, Matt, Michael, Jerry, Oni, AB Me, Opsimats, Clive, Score Count, Puzzle, Dan, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, apologies for showing you behind the scenes as well. Join. Yes, I was doing some Bamboozle testing with JR last night and obviously put on full monitor capture of the monitor that captures the operator. So there you go, that was my operator screen for you all. Yes, it was. And a message from our sponsor, G. Idens, and as he says...
Pay no attention to the man behind the scenes.
None at all. Thank you for the 100 bits there, G. Idens. Also, TVP, thank you for the 2-month subscription there. My yellow button on the road is not working. Help. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately.
What a shame.
Thank you, delayed soundboard. Pyro, thank you for the 48-month subscription. 4 years, goodness me, where does the time go? Thank you very much for the support. And Clive for the 68-month subscription. My goodness gracious me, that's approaching, well, it's like over 5.5 years now. I'm Detector Speech, so I'm once again asking you to free me from this digital prison. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Here's a message from our sponsor, TVP.
I should have entered the room code the moment the titles began LMAO.
Well, yes, you should have. Oh, yes, of course, the room code is there on the operator screen. So, but it's fine. It would have you'd have had an isolated boing otherwise. GIs is welcome to the stream. So yeah, I hope you're all keeping well and have had a good day. I'm feeling a bit frazzled today. I'm not going to lie. It's been one of those Thursdays where just felt a bit sluggish for a lot of the day. As I say, work has been mad for the last couple of weeks. It's continuing to be mad at the moment. And so this weekend I've got a concert on Sunday, rehearsals for it Saturday. I'm then going to Wales next week and then off for a week, which is going to incorporate a trip to my parents. And we're going camping for 3 days, which would be nice. And then back to game night stuff. And then go back to Wales again for another couple of days. So it's just all go for August. And then at some point, hopefully, I'm going to move house as well. That's the plan. So yeah, it's just everything is a bit much at the moment. A lot going on. But I hope you're ready for some quiz. It's like I say, this first pack of Distinction has been written by Fluffy Bunny. It's been proofed by Stimpson's Angle. I haven't seen anything about this pack. I've proofed the other ones tonight, but this one I've seen nothing about. So very much looking forward to seeing what is in store. I'm going to give it just a few more seconds, and then I think we'll get on, because we've got 3 feature games, plus Bamboozle, that we've already had to get through tonight. So, yeah, I hope you're looking forward to some nice Thursday night quiz. Kirstuken, welcome on in. Great to have you with us. It's all a blur, to quote Daily, yeah. Yeah. And then there's all the game night stuff that I'm trying to stay on top of, because it's like, at some point I'm going to have to start the reskin of the Pyramid, because we're supposed to be playing that on like the 23rd of August, which is, oh my days, 3 weeks on Saturday. So yeah, we're actually playing that, and I haven't even started it yet, so I need to start thinking about that. Here's a message from our sponsor, We Like Shapes.
Greetings. In the absence of suitable hotel Wi-Fi, we have resorted to playing the darts instead.
Well, have fun with the dart shapes. Thank you for the 55-month subscription. I hope you're having a good time, whatever it is you're doing, assuming you're away from home. But yes, have a lovely time with the darts. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, so I've got the pyramid reskin to do. I've got to get the operator built by this weekend, so I think that's going to be next couple of days to sort that. Then I've got to start the pyramid. Then go back to the book, and then Google that next season, and then it'll be Quizmas. I've got the 500th episode that I need to think about for the season 20 premiere, and it's just like, there are so many things happening. But fortunately, the on-demand archive is now being maintained. If you haven't checked it out yet, you definitely should. I've only got a quick button for the website. Well, that's rubbish, isn't it? I'll have a look at the website, because that's now got all the links to the Unicon, the on-demand archive, and the Penny Bank, which has had a bit of a refactor. Now it's all in web. So, yeah, go check that out if you're ever missing a bit of game night, as you might be in a couple of weeks' time, because I'm off for a week. But I'll say more about that later on. For now, that's Twice Through the Loop. I think we should get on with the quiz. Let's play Distinction! Okie dokie, we have got 3 boards. We have got 12 answers on the outer 2 and 10 on the centre board. All you've got to do is be the first to name any of those 32 answers. The first player to do so will get 20 points for doing that. You get 5 points if you can give me one of those answers within 5 seconds of the first person to do so, and it won't count towards your allotment of 3, which is what you can give me, a maximum of 3 answers. They could come from anywhere on the board, 2 from one board, 1 from another, 1 from each, or 3 all from the same board, if that's where your specialism lies and you think that's where your strengths are going to be. But be quick and be the first to get there. Can we clear the board of all 32 answers? We will see in just a moment. Unicons at the ready on your devices. Type fast and type furious, because our first boards tonight are: name a geological period of the Phanerozoic Eon, name an Australian Prime Minister who has held office since 1980, and name any of the 12 highest grossing films worldwide box office in 2024. There's 3 bonuses up here as well, 1 on each board, which are worth 40 points if you can be the first to identify. And there is the first one, Dune Part 2, going to Marcini over there on the right. There's still 2 more bonuses, 1 on the left, 1 in the centre. So once those Prime Ministers going quite quickly, those Aussie Prime Ministers, but they seem to have slowed down a little bit now. There goes the second, Paul Keating going to Matt the Sprat there, well played. Still a bonus over on the left-hand board, and still a lot of films on the 2024 board available. You've got about 20 seconds. Any more for any more. Keep pressing and guessing. We've got repeated answers coming through. There's another answer on the right board coming in from Michael there for Wicked. Last 5 seconds. One more answer if you're quick. And that is time. Here's the Grace Time answers. It's just the ones coming. Kung Fu Panda 4 for Clayton over there on the right. Well, you've done jolly well. They're just missing 4 on the left, 2 in the centre, and 5 on the right. I thought that board would have been more popular, actually. I thought the middle one was going to be the most challenging one, but you've done jolly well there. Shall we go through these? Just to let you know, the Phanerozoic Eon spans from 542 million years ago until now. Oh. Okay, I will do that. So, not for broadcast, there's a note here, it's just telling me how to read them. And on that second board, we did, as usual, we accepted full name or surname. Let's just take a look at the missing answers. The bonus answer was the Paleogene. Paleogene over on the left-hand side. Just to go through those, and I'm going to read them in reverse order from sort of furthest back. Cambrian. 482 to 542 million years ago. Ordovician, 443 to 488 million years. Silurian, or Silurian, 416 to 443. Devonian, possibly, 359 to 416 million years ago. Carboniferous, 299 to 359 million years ago, missing that one. Permian, 251 to 299. Triassic, 199 to 251. Jurassic, from where we get the park from, 145 to 199. Cretaceous, 65 to 145, which was the end of the dinosaurs. Paleogene, 23 to 65 million years ago. Neogene, 2.6 to 23 million years ago. And Quaternary, 2.6 million years ago up until now. Missing answers on the middle board: John Howard and Malcolm Turnbull, the only ones who were missing out there. Malcolm Turnbull was the Liberal PM September 2015 to August 2018, and John Howard was the Liberal PM from March 1996 to December 2007. They are presented there in chronological order from furthest back at the top. Over on the right board, there was a few we missed over there. Despicable Me 4, and these are ordered by box office gross. So Inside Out 2, 1.7 billion at the top. Deadpool and Wolverine, 1.3 billion. Moana 2, just over a billion. Despicable Me 4 that we missed, 970 million. Then Wicked, 756 million. Mufasa the Lion King, 723 million. Dune Part 2, which was a bonus from Arsini, 715 million. Godzilla X Kong the New Empire, $572 million. Kung Fu Panda 4, 548 million. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, 492 million. Venom the Last Dance, 479. And Gladiator 2 Electric Boogaloo, $462 million. Yes, those are the answers. You've done jolly well. Let's go to the VR headset of news and check out the scores. There's not been much else going on at the cinema, has there, I guess? Couple of players yet to score. Let's see if there's anyone else. A few others yet to score, but there's still plenty of rounds to go. Toot managing to get 5 points out of that round. Solomon, Ralph, Jerry, Flyboy, and AB Me also getting 5. Puzzle Dan managing to pull 20 there. Opsy and Kebab Bastard also getting 20. Silver Electron and JR on 25. Matt on 30. Topper is tied on 45 with at least 2 others. Clayton and Ben on 45, Marcini on 50, and then a three-way at the top. Sorry, a three-way tie at the top. Big Bird, aka Naughty Goth, Inca, and Michael out in front with 60 points each. Inca BC, welcome both of you all to the stream. Lovely to have you here. A three-way at the top. I think I say that far too often, but I'll take it anyway. Isolated Boying. Oh My Actual. Quiz Night Backrooms. Join, and Isolated Boying. Right, keep your raid messages coming in if you've got a raid message you'd like to suggest. Nice start to the round, some points on the board, still plenty of points to go as we move on to round 2. I'll give you an opportunity to come and join at this point. What's this first one? That's an interesting question. Okay, so some interesting boards coming up in round 2. Let's take a look at them. Okie dokie. 6 answers on this board. You just need to give me one within 30 seconds, and you're looking for the rarest answer that you can think of, i.e. the answer that fewest of your colleagues are going to say in the chat. Because the rarer the answer is, the more points you get for it. The rarest answer will be you'll get, if you're one of the players who says the rarest answer, you'll get 60 points. The next rarest answer, 50, and so on. If you give me any correct answer, you will get 10 points. So, yes, correct answer is definitely worth points. Yes, you want to give me the rarest one. Sometimes the rarest one is the most obvious one because everyone is trying to think of the rarest one, and so sometimes the most obvious one can be the one with the most points. But I'll leave the strategies up to you. 6 answers on this board, and we are looking for one of the 6 grammatical cases used in Latin. You may have done JR, but it's also a wrong answer, so don't worry yourself unduly about that. Okay, a few players not answering. Let's take a look at the wrong answers. Tricky board. Quite a few wrong answers coming up in here. Lingua imperative is not one of the answers I have, I'm afraid. Punctuation, no answer. Present, past, adjective, verb, these are parts of speech. SI, uppercase, no answer. Her, first person, and they. All incorrect answer. Unfortunately, I can't give you any points for that, so bad luck. Let's see, did all the rest of the players cover all 6 of the answers? You did not. You covered 5 of the answers. There's one answer there that nobody gave. So let's go through them in reverse order. First of all, 20 points each for the 4 players who said Dative, AB, me, Michael, Opsy, and Toot getting 20 points. Dative or possibly dative used for nouns that are to or for something. I can't think of any examples because I didn't study Latin. Next, 3 players, each getting 30 points for accusative. Matt, Clayton, and Kebab Bastard, used for the object of a verb. The object is the person or thing the verb is done to. Well done if you said accusative. And 2 players, each getting 40 points for ablative. Flyboy and Big Bird, used for nouns that are by, with, or from something. And then we've got 2 players getting 60 points for 2 different answers. 1 player getting 60 points for vocative. That's Inca, used to call or address someone or something. And 60 points going to Solomon for nominative. Very well played. Used for the subject of the verb. The subject is the person or thing doing the verb. And the one missing answer there that nobody gave was genitive. Used for nouns that are of something else and to show possession, i.e. who something belongs to. I don't understand the question, personally, because I didn't understand Latin, so very well done if you got any points out of that. I'm not going to dwell on that one too much longer, because I feel very out of my depth, and I'm sad that I don't know any Latin. I didn't do it at school. You didn't do Latin, probably by dint of it being a dead language. But well done if you did get some points out of that. Let's go on to the next board. It's all Greek to me. Very good, Topper. Yes, indeed. 5 answers on this next board, gang. Again, you give me the rarest answer, the one that you think fewest other people are going to say within 30 seconds. And the rarer the answer, the more points you get. Let's take a look. In 30 seconds, we are looking for one of the 5 motorcycle manufacturers in the 2025 MotoGP Championship. You didn't, Matt. It's wrong. I'm afraid. It's a wrong answer. Spoiler alert. Let's take a look at the other wrong answers that we've got there. Another slightly trickier board here. Ferrari, no. I think that's more associated with cars. Mitsubishi, no. Quite a few people go for Mitsubishi, actually, but no, not one of them. Kawasaki? Suzuki, you would have thought, but no. Harley Davidson, Bugatti, Harley Davidson, Suzuki, Harley Davidson, BMW. All of those are incorrect, I'm afraid, and no points for you. Bad luck. Did everyone else manage to cover all 5 answers? You did not. Once again, you've covered all but 1. 4 out of 5 of them. So in reverse order, 5 players getting 20 points for Yamaha. Big Bird, Clayton, Cola, Silver Electron, and Toot. Yamaha. 2 teams use Yamahas, the factory Yamaha team and the customer Pramic team, apparently. 4 players, each getting 30 points for KTM. SJ, Pyro, and Michael. Very well done. 2 teams use KTMs, the factory KTM team and the customer Tech 3 team. And once again, we've got a tie for the most popular answer. 3 players each getting 50 points for Honda, Solomon, Conrad, and Inca. 2 teams use Hondas, the factory Honda team and the customer LCR team. And another 3 players, each getting 50 points for Ducati. Maxio, Ralph, and Flyboy. Very close to Bugatti, but not quite. 3 teams use Ducatis, the factory Ducati team and the Gresini and VR46 customer teams. The missing answer there that nobody gave: Aprilia. 2 teams use Aprilias, the factory Aprilia team and the customer Trackhouse team. It is Aprilia only, yes. You told me that about 5 seconds after I revealed it on the... So you said it about the same time, so I suppose you got latency. You should have said Aprilia, Oni.
What a shame.
You could have had such joy. Anyway, well done if you got some points out of that one. Let's go on to the final board of the round. And this one we have got 7 answers on. 7 answers to choose from. 30 seconds. Give me the rarest answer, the one you think fewest other people will say. And we are looking for one of the 7 SI base units. These are the SI base units and fundamental units from which all other measurement units can be derived. I was today years old when I found out there are only 7 SI base units. I thought there were a lot more than that, but I have it on good authority from Fluffy, who's written the pack, and Simpsons, who's proofed it, that there are indeed only 7. So, shall we take a look at the wrong answers first of all? Newton is not there. Farad. Length is a sort of generic term for length, but you don't measure things in lengths. You measure things in, like, centimeters or inches or something. Liters, no, not down there. Lux, no. Watts, no. Volt, no. Coulomb, no. Kilo. Kilo I can condone. Kilo I can allow. Give me just a minute to remember how to do that. Would that be that's number 4 from the end? Update condone index. No, that's that one. Let's try that one. Kilogram, yes. So a midget on the web, I can condone that as kilogram. Excellent. So yes, that one's allowed. And calorie, no, unfortunately not. So all of those answers are incorrect. Now, did you cover all the answers this time? You didn't. Now, that is very interesting. And once again, there is only one answer that you have failed to cover. And I'm very surprised that no one's covered this one, because I've heard of this one. I think I've heard of all of these SI units, but this is one of the ones I may have gone for. There may have been a bit of confusion over which one of the electric-related ones to go for, but we'll get to that in just a minute. Let's go through them. First of all, we've got a tie at the bottom, 30 points each for the 2 lots of 4 people who said second, AB, me, Matt, Kebastard, and Toot. Yeah, second, the SI base unit of time. And 4 people also saying meter, Jerry, Clayton, Cola, and Ben. It's the SI base unit of length. 3 people, and again we've got a tie here, 2 lots of 3 people getting 50 points, 3 people for Kelvin, Michael, Flyboy, and Inca, which is the SI base unit for temperature, and 3 people saying Candela, Pyro, Top of the Shop, and Silver Electron. Well done if you got that one. It's the SI base unit for photometry, science of measuring light as perceived by the human visual system. So 3 players to reveal. 2 of them are getting 60 points for Mole, Solomon, and Ralph, the SI base unit of substance. And it's a midget on the web. The one I had to condone, as we all know, said kilo. It's acceptable as kilogram. 70 points, the SI base unit of mass. Very well done. No one else going for it. And the other one that no one else went for, no one at all went for, which really surprised me, is the ampere, the base unit of electric current. There were a couple of volts in the wrong answers, but no one electing for the ampere. I'll take to no end. Who is the mole, indeed? So, what is the mole? In this case, the mole is the SI base unit of substance. Isn't that nice? Very well done if you got some points out of that board or any of the boards in that round, and well done if you said any of those at home. That's the end of round 2. Let's go to the VR headset of news and check out the scores. What is the mole? Very good, Odie. Very good. Yes, I would have taken Ant Puzzle Dem. Much in the same way I accepted Kilo. Let's take a look at the scores. Just Colin yet to score. There's still a couple of rounds to go. Puzzle Dan's on 20. JR 25, SJ 30, Jerry on 35, Opti on 40, Marcini and Maxio are both on 50, as are Cola and Conrad. AB Me's got 55, a midget on the web has got 70, Ben and Toot on 75. Pyro's on 80, Matt's on 90, Top of the Shop and Silver Electron on 95, Kebab Bastard on 110, Ralph on 115. And in the top 6, Big Bird slips down a bit on 120, Clayton 125, Flyboy on 145, Michael in third on 160, Solomon now in second on 175, and leading the pack at the moment with 220 points, it's Inca. Well, that was a very interesting round 2. Very well done if you got any of those answers. Yeah, so well done. I like saying that in this game. Well done if you said any of those at home. Yeah, let's do a lot of Richard Osman podcasts. So, last opportunity to come and join before the next round. Oh, I'm getting lots of kudos at the moment. I like it when I get kudos. It makes me feel worthwhile. I said a new PB in 10K tonight, which I think warrants a sound effect. I got my PB from 55.55 in the 10K down to... I've actually just forgotten what it was. From 55.55 to 54-44. Sub 55 10k. Let's go. But yes, this is ahead of the Burton 10k, which is Sunday week. And I'm very much looking forward to it. And I'm hoping for a sub 50, but that might be a bit optimistic considering the first 3 kilometers are like, that. And then it's sort of like that for the rest of it. So gradual incline back down again. But yeah, so it should be good fun. Right. Let's go on to round number 3 and see what we've got. Yeah, love me an incline. So at running club at the moment, we're just doing all on the hills. Right, another 32 answers on this board, 10 on the left and then 12 on the other 2. Remember, this round is very similar to round 1, except these are non-exhaustive boards. In round 1, only the answers that fulfill the criteria are on the board, whereas here, there may be other correct answers that do not feature on the board. So you've got to slightly get into Fluffy Bunny's head. Keep running up that hill. Yeah. Slightly get into Fluffy Bunny's head and keep pressing and guessing. It just adds a little bit more variance to the round. And as a consequence, you get double the points you got in the first round. 40 points if you're the first player to say any of the correct answers. 5 pity points if you say it within 5 seconds of the first player. And, of course, there are those 3 bonuses, 1 on each board, which are worth 60 points each. Again, you can take your answers from anywhere, 3 from one, 1 from each, or 2 from one and 1 from another. It's entirely up to you. But, yes, go where your strengths lie and be the first to say any of the 32 answers up here, and you will be rewarded. The very best of luck. Fingers on devices, everybody. Let's go into these boards, and we're looking for regnal names of Scottish monarchs from 843 to 1707 in modern English, clubs that competed in the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup, or an original Baskin-Robbins ice cream flavour. There's the first. Of course, James is the first one to be a bonus, because of course it is. Getting into my head to come with a health warning. Well, you've had half your time. You're about halfway through the boards as well. Still 2 bonuses, but now there's only one bonus left in the middle. If you want to go through any more sport ball teams, there's still a few there. One more Scottish monarch on the left. 2 more ice creams on the right. 4 more teams in the middle, just 6 answers to go. 2, 1, and that is time up. There's a final whistle, and look at that, Lupine finding the bonus right on the bell there, and a couple of final answers coming in after the grace time. Very well done. You've uncovered all of those bonuses and only missing 3 of them, so you've done jolly well. Let's just take a look at those missing answers. Al Ahly and Porto in the football clubs, and over on the right, Pineapple Sherbet. These are the monarchs, the modern English name of any of the Scottish monarchs who reigned from 843 to 1707. This is actually an inexhaustive list, and modern medieval Gaelic names have not been included as alternatives. I've got lots of information about these monarchs, but there's been 3 Alexanders, 3 Constantines, 3 Donalds, 2 Duncans, 7 Jameses, 3 Kenneths. There was 1 Macbeth from 1040 to 1057, 4 Malcolms, 2 Marys, including Mary I, of course, Mary Queen of Scots, and 2 Roberts. Robert I, who was Robert the Bruce, Robert II, and Robert III, which on my count actually makes 3 Roberts. But there we go. That's a lot of information about Al Ahly. One of the answers you didn't send. One of 4 sides within the Confederation of African Football, the CAF. And Porto, the only other one you didn't get, one of 2 sides from Portugal, along with Benfica, but were knocked out of the group stages. Pineapple Sherbet, that's. I haven't got any notes on the ice cream flavours because they are just ice cream flavours. Yes, you've all done terribly well there, so very well done indeed. I think we should check out the scores before we go into the final. Shall we do that? Let's go to the VR headset of news. Okie dokie. Everyone's got some points, which is great. Puzzle Dan's on 20, SJ's on 30. Jerry on 35, Colin on 40, Maxio on 50, Marcini and Coda on 55, JR on 70. Top of the shop, and Silver Electron and AB Me all on 100. Opsy's got 110. A Midget on the web, 115. Pyro on 120. At 130, Ben 155. Kebab Bastard on 160. Clayton 165. Toot and Conrad tied on 195. And into our top 6. We got Big Bird on 205, Solomon 215, Flyboy 225, which means our finalists this week, Ralph with 260, Michael with 280, but a healthy advantage going into the final with 345 points. Advantage in the final is going to go to Inca. So, Inca, Michael, and Ralph, you are our 3 finalists this week, and let's just take a little nose in your medal cabinets. Inca, 2 golds, 1 silver in distinction. Michael, yet to medal in distinction. So congratulations, Michael. You will be getting a gold, silver, or bronze medal this evening, but which one remains to be seen. And Lupine, 2 gold, 2 silver, 4 bronze, and a lobby medal as well. Inca also with 2 lobby medals in this game. So much to play for. Michael definitely going to be getting his first medal. And remember, of course, you can get a lobby medal as well, even if you're not one of the finalists. The highest scoring non-finalist will get a lobby medal. Finalists will, their points will be whatever they have now, plus whatever they finish on in the final, and everyone else, your points will be added to based on how you score going in this final round. So if you're ready, Inca, Michael, Ralph, please take your seats, or take your stands. That doesn't make sense. Take your seats behind your podiums as we go to the distinction final. So, Inca has got a sizable advantage. He's 85 points ahead of Ralph in third and 65 points ahead of Michael in second. But all of that can change because, of course, in this round, you can lose up to 200 points. And I'm just going to check something. Yes, that's fine. You can lose up to 200 points, which would be a tremendous shame.
What a shame.
Guess it would. So, here's how this works. In just a moment, Inca and Michael and Ralph are going to give me 2 answers each. They'll go left to right and then right to left. Their objective is to find the rarest answers. That is, the answers that fewest of our lobby players said, who in just a moment are going to be given 60 seconds to name up to 5 of the answers that give me up to 5 of the answers to the question that will be posed. As ever, audience game, the rarer your answer, the more points it is worth. So my advice in the audience game is to start with the rare ones in the first 30 seconds, and then if you've got any blanks, go for some of the more obvious ones in the second half, because even if it's an obvious answer, it's still going to be worth points. For every player in the audience game who says an answer given by our hot seat players will lose 5 points, up to the maximum of 100 if more than 20 in the audience say it, and if they give a wrong answer, they will also lose the maximum of 100. If they give an answer that nobody says, they keep their score and they get a very nice little fanfare, which will be very exciting. So, those are the rules. I will offer some clarification during the course of the question, so keep half an ear on me, both finalists and players who are typing furiously. Just keep a little ear on me, because I'm going to give you some extra information after the initial question has been read, including what will be acceptable in the answer parsing. So, very best of luck, audience game. 60 seconds, fingers on devices, and keep an ear on me. We are looking for any of the 24 UK Russell Group universities. The Russell Group is a self-selected association of 24 public research universities in the United Kingdom. These are research-focused institutions. The group is headquartered in somewhere in the UK that I'm not going to say in case it gives it away, and was established... I'll tell you what, I'll do the rest of the notes afterwards. I will accept just the name of the city as long as there is not more than one institution within that city, in which case you might have to give me the full name of the university. Hopefully that makes sense. So, Naughty Goth is the first 5-5. Optimat's now got to 5 as well. You've got 20 seconds to go. Anyone else going to get 5? There's a couple more coming in. Midget on the internet's got 5. Pyro's got 5. Topper's got 5. Solomon, Flyboy, Oni. AB, me, BC, JR, Silver Electron, and Colin have all found 5. Very well done, and that is time up. So, yes, it's effectively, I mean, some would say they're the best universities in the country. They're not necessarily the best universities in the country. As I say, I gave you the criteria, and I stopped myself before I accidentally gave you one of the answers in terms of telling you where they're headquartered, which I will tell you later on. So, just to clarify, for our finalists, if you're advised to give me the name of the university, so styled University of, or X University, however you want to do it. However, if you just want to give me the name of the city and you are sure that there is only one university within that city that it would qualify, I'm fairly sure of the alts that have been provided, then you can just give the name of the city, but I will say do use that with caution. For example, if you said Paris, which is obviously not going to be an answer because they're UK based, but if you said Paris and there's more than one university in Paris, say there was the University of Paris and there was the University of Fine Arts Paris or whatever, Paris would be an incorrect answer. I hope that is clear for you. We're going to go left to right and then right to left. So Inca, just before we do that, I have to tell you 99 answers have been played by our audience players, and of the 24 available Russell Group universities, I can tell you that 2 of them are distinct answers. There are 2 opportunities to keep hold of your score. So, let's take a look and see what you think. Inca, I'm coming to you first. Can I have your first answer, please? Durham. Durham. Durham, 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 Durham. The University, or Durham University, or University of Durham. Right answer? Yes, University of Durham is... Oh, I haven't got the Times Good University guides here. I think Durham is normally number 3. It's normally number 3 or 4. Historically, it certainly was. But Durham is the correct answer. How many people said Durham? 4 people said Durham, losing 20 points down to 325 and still in the lead with only 1 answer to go. That's a very good start for you, Inca. Michael, we'll come to you next. Can I have your first answer, please? Belfast. Belfast. University of Belfast. One moment, please. I have to go for a confirmation. Fluffy, are you available? And if I DM you? I'm going to send you a DM in Discord. Please hold. Your answer is important to us. Yeah, sorry for the sudden decline in momentum. Fluffy, I've just sent you a DM on Discord. I see you're on your phone now. Okay. I'm going to, exercise the better part of valor here. And I think if this works... Okay. I can now mark it as correct. There we go. So, we had to go through a bit of the motions there, and I had to just double check that I knew how to do it. because that was being flagged as wrong because we've got Queen's University Belfast, but it is the only Belfast on the list, and I did say if it's the only one on the list I would give it to you, but it wasn't coming out as Belfast University. Queen's University Belfast, though, we've decided we will accept, so that is a correct answer, Michael. How many people said Queen's University Belfast? 2 went for Queen's University Belfast. You lose 10 points. You're down to 270. Still in second with only one answer left to give. More Bamboozle while we wait. No, it's just a quick check. We've got to check. We've got to check things occasionally. We want to do things properly. We want to be fair to all players. So, hopefully we can make up for that time now to come to Ralph. Can I have your first answer, please? University of Manchester. Manchester is correct. It's normally inside the top 10, I think, Manchester. How many people said the University of Manchester? 8 players went for the University of Manchester. You lose 40 points there. So, no changes to the positions after the first pass. And Ralph actually cannot get the gold now because Inca can't drop below Ralph. But there is still a battle for the silver. So let's go the other way. And Ralph, can I have your second answer, please? University of Sheffield. University of Sheffield. Correct answer? It is indeed. I think that's Ash's alma mater, but don't quote me on that. He might pop up in chat and disabuse me of this notion, but I know he's round that neck of the woods. Were you Sheffield, Ash? Or Sheffield adjacent? Sheffield, you're Sheffield Hallam. Right, Nick Clegg's old constituency. Well, it is a right answer. How many people said University of Sheffield? Just the one. That's about as close as you could have gotten. There were just 2 answers that are distinct up here, but only one going for University of Sheffield. So, a little bit of pressure on Michael here to give a correct answer, and a relatively low scoring one at that. Michael, can I have your second answer, please? The London School of Economics, LSE. Correct answer? It is a correct answer. Very well done. The London School of Economics, which I believe is James O'Brien's alma mater, if anyone listens to LBC on a regular basis. How many people said the London School of Economics? Just the one. It's another good answer from you there, Michael. You are now guaranteed at least the silver. You could potentially get the bronze, could potentially get the gold, depending how Inca's final answer goes. Inca, can I have your second answer, please? A shame on you that you have not put a question mark on the end of that.
Shame. Shame.
Press my shame button. You had an opportunity there, Inca. For those wanting to know what I'm talking about, that is the Edinburgh moment. Edinburgh, the University of Edinburgh. Is that a Russell group? Yes, of course it is. University of Edinburgh. Is that where the Prince of Wales went? What's his name? Oh, what's his name? William, Prince William. With Edinburgh. How many people said the University of Edinburgh? Oh, quite a few, but not enough to drop into second. 8 people said it. You lose 40 points down to 285. And so, at the end of 2 passes for our finalists, the positions are as they were when you came in. And the bronze medal goes to Ralph with 215. Michael gets the silver with 265. But with a final score in the final of 285, your distinction champion tonight is Inca. Well played, that man. Well played indeed. And just before we conclude, why don't we go through and see what everyone else said and what all the answers were? So, Cambridge was the most popular answer. 11 players saying Cambridge, each of you getting 8 points for that. Then Oxford, also 11 going for Oxford for another 8 points. Then Edinburgh was the third most popular answer there. So actually it was only Oxford or Cambridge that could... In fact, even Oxford and Cambridge wouldn't have dropped you below that. Only a wrong answer could have lost you that at that point, Inca. But yes, University of Edinburgh, 8 people getting 12 points. 8th going for University of Manchester as well with 12 points. 7 going for Glasgow. University of Glasgow with 16 points. 8 getting Edinburgh, only 7 getting Glasgow. 7 going for the University of Leeds, 16 points. 6 going for the University of York for 18 points. Oh, I pressed the button too early, which is why the straps are the wrong colour. Then apologies. If it didn't show up your University of York there. 5 going for the University of Bristol for 22 points. It's a shame Huds isn't here. I'm sure he would have said that one. 5 for the University of Warwick. Good answer. Up in my neck of the woods, up in the Midlands, or my old stomping ground. 22 points for that. 4 going for Durham. One of the better answers there. Inca saying that at the start for 28 points. 4 for the University of Exeter for 28 points. 4 going for the University of Liverpool for 28 points. 3 going for Cardiff University. Solomon, Pyro and Cola. Very well done for 32 points there. 3 for the University of Birmingham for 32 points. JR Clayton and Flyboy. 2 going for ICL, Imperial College London. Midget on the Web and Ben getting 42 points. Well played there. 2 going for Newcastle. SJ and Ben for another 42 points for Newcastle University. Queen's University Belfast, Ben and Toot were the 2 who said that Michael gave us earlier on. 2 going for University College London, Colin and Cola for another 42 points. 2 going for the University of Nottingham for 42 points, Flyboy and Kebabastard. And 1 just Cola going for King's College London. And there's one other 1 pointer there, which I think we had earlier on, which is the London School of Economics, which is Naughty Goth, aka Big Bird, who gave us London School of Economics. The 2 distinct answers that nobody said. Oh, University of Sheffield as well. Also Naughty Goth going for University of Sheffield for 48 points. Queen Mary University of London. This is why London wouldn't have counted, because you had LSE and ICL and Queen Mary as well. So Queen Mary University of London, distinct from the Queen Mary Belfast. So no one getting that. And the only other distinct answer up there was the University of Southampton, which is, of all of those, I think the closest one to me down here on the south coast. And I had a friend who read his master's degree at the University of Southampton, got a master's degree in musicology from there, and was very proud of the fact that it was a Russell Group university. So there you go. Very well done, and well done if you said any of those at home. Woolly Bat, welcome to the stream. How lovely to have you here. Very welcome. So that's the end of the round. Let's go to the VR headset of news one final time and check out the final scores. Jerry on 63, Maxio on 78. Puzzle down on 80, SJ 120, Marcini 129, Colin 132, JR 150, ABME 166. Mal 174, Silver Electron 182, Cola 189, Top of the Shop 196, Comrade 203, Opsy 210. Clay and Ann Midget on the web tied on 213, Pyro on 240, Toot 293, Kebab Bastard on 298, Ben on 301, and into our top 6. Solomon 321, Flyboy 351, the Big Bird 355. Wait a minute. Why has Flyboy got the lobby medal? That's not right. It should be Big Bird with the lobby medal, Ralph with 475 in the bronze, Michael 545 in the silver, Inca 630 in the gold. That is very odd. I will check to see if that's a graphical bug or whether it's a data bug. Flyboy, you should only have 1 distinction medal once the credits roll. And this is from our sponsor TVP.
Apparently 355 is smaller than 351.
So it would seem. I will rectify that. Flyboy, if it has given you the medal, I'm afraid I'm going to take it off you and give it to Naughty Goth instead. Yeah, data bug. I'll check. It might just be a graphical error. It might be a data error. But very well done to all of you. And that is the end of the game. saying here, Flyboy won the lobby medal. I'm afraid you simply didn't. Let me write that down at once. That's very strange, because it's been that's the first time it's been wrong. Distinction. Lobby medalist was just wrong. I will fix that in the fullness of time. And because I'm paranoid, if a couple of you could do the pennies command again, and then as soon as I roll the credits, do it again, just to make sure things get incremented. I've no reason to think they won't. But if I look at Naughty Goth, currently on 10258. Actually, I've got my leaderboard here, so that should update as well. Well, can I extend my thanks to Fluffy Bunny for a lovely opening pack this evening of Distinction, and very many thanks to Simpson for proofing it as well. I hope you've all had fun with it, but don't go away, because when we return, we've got even more quiz coming up. Of course we have. And after the break... Yes, it's time to return to the Danger Zone. So, hopefully you've still got your unicorns there and ready for some multiple choice action. It's been written by Lupine and proofed by me. I think we'll have a lot of fun with it, so do stick around. If you're not subscribed, I'll be playing some adverts just for the next 3 or 4 minutes, but we won't start the next game without you. So take this opportunity to go stretch your legs, get some more drinks and snacks, pop to the loo, and when we return, we will be having Danger Zone by the Lupine One. Thank you very much once again to Fluffy and Stimson. Congratulations to our medalists, including Naughty Goth and Not Flyboy. I'm not quite sure why it's done that, and I will rectify that error in due course. Thank you all for playing Distinction, and I will see you in a few minutes' time. And when we return, as I said, we'll have even more quiz in the shape of Danger Zone. I'm going to make a note to strip Flyboy of his second distinction medal. Give it to Naughty Goth. I'm sorry about that, Flyboy, but bugs in the code are going to be buggy. Adverts coming up if you're not subscribed. We can enjoy The Observer by David Lindup, though, if you are. So that's nice. So yes, go stretch your legs, get some snacks, pop to the loo, and when we return, we'll have Danger Zone by the Lupine One. It's going to be great fun, and I hope to see you there. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. This is relaxing, isn't it? Is what I was saying. This is over the line. I feel very chilled at the moment. Yes, I've had to adjust my camera as well because I was too low down because I'm having a little lie back. How's everyone doing? It's quite nice just to sit and relax. The operator just does everything for me now. So actually on the game changeover, it only takes me about 30 seconds now, so I just have a bit of recovery time. Ben talking to himself, but to be fair, that's, 90% of these streams, to be honest. It's me sat in a room talking to myself. Hello, Papa. You come say hi. I don't want to see a doggy. I'm sorry, am I boring you? Been looking at the camera. He's such a good boy. You enjoyed your tea tonight, didn't you? You enjoy your tea every night. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting a nice vibe from this piece. Yeah, nice kisses. Right, are you settling in for the night? Are you? Oh no, you're getting down. Okay. Well, that was Over the Line by the Nerve Music, which was nice. What a good... No, Dexter, no, we're not leaving at the moment because we'll just go out and terrorise the cats or steal things that aren't yours. Go to your bed. Go to your bed, please. Go to your bed. Good boy. No, in your bed. In your bed. Don't shake your head at me. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. In your bed, now. Good boy. He's such a good dog. Anyway, how's things, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Maxio, Silver Electron, Pyro, Lewis, and Toot. Welcome all of y'all to the stream. He's out of his bed now. He's back over by the door. What have we got coming up? Shall we take a quick look? Saturday, we have got Plinko by Cola, The Purge by Zeus, and Data Leak by Jerry Ellis. Very much looking forward to that. That's this Saturday, will that be 2nd of August? 2nd of August at 8 p.m. right here, twitch.tv/royal_flush. And it will be the last Saturday for a couple of weeks because I'm then off the weekend after. However, I am going to be back next Thursday. Non-zero chance things, if traffic goes awry, I might be a bit late because I'll be driving back from Wales on Thursday afternoon. But fingers crossed everything just goes smoothly. And all being well, we're going to have Battlefront by JR. And then we're going to have a very special game of Moneybox, the first appearance of Moneybox this season. This is next Thursday, by the way, and I'm going to be joined by Oni because it is his 100th question pack for game night. So he's celebrating that by coming to co-host Moneybox with me and throw shade at people. So if you fancy playing Moneybox next Thursday, going to ruin everything. Make sure you are here for that. It's going to function as the mid-season finale. There's not going to be a penny prize draw, but sort of mid-season finale ahead of me then being off for 2 streams. Also, next Thursday, we've got the return of a run, another question writer who took a break last season. He's got Risky Business for us. So that's Saturday, Plinko the Persian Data Leak. Thursday, Battlefront, Moneybox, and Risky Business. I am then off for 2 streams. I'm off on Saturday, the 9th of August. Thursday, the 14th of August, I am back. I haven't planned to stream, and now I sort of can't do an official stream because it's tying in with the 500th episode being the first episode of next season. So if I put an episode back in there, the finale will be the 500th episode, which normally doing a big episode for the finale is a thing I'd do, but I want to plan something special, so and I'm going to need the season changeover to do that. So there's a non-zero chance on that Thursday, the 14th of August, I might do a dev stream because I need an excuse to do some more work on the pyramid. So maybe in 2 weeks' time I'll be doing a dev stream here, but at the moment there's nothing booked in. If I do a dev stream, it won't be an official canonic episode of Game Night, unlike other dev streams, which have been, in order to make the numbers work and stuff. It all makes sense in my head. So there you go. Here on Saturday, here next Thursday, and then off for 2 streams. We've got 2 more games that we need to get through tonight. It is just after 9:20, so I think we should go into our next one, which is DangerZone. It's been written by Lupine, it's been proofed by me, and a lot to like about this pack. Let's see how you get on as we once again approach. That is what we are on. Get your unicorns ready. It's time to play DangerZone. Welcome to DangerZone. And if you want to play, TNGZ is the code. While you come and join, I'm just going to go grab myself another drink. So come join the game, and I'll be back very shortly. No, you're staying here. I said you're staying here. Yes, you'll always come back for a Scooby snack, won't you? What a good little pupper. Right, into your bed. Good boy. Fingers. Ow. That was not a very good fingers. Barnes Emma 170, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the community. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're keeping well. Barnes Emma 170. Hope you're keeping well. If you would like to play, Universal Controller is right there. And you need the room code that's on your screen. And then you'll need to type a little message into chat to verify the account. That was not a good fingers. No, you don't do, sometimes you don't do a good fingers, do you? Yeah, so welcome on in. Nice to see you. If you would like to come and play, Universal Controller, link is right there, either standalone or WebGL. Type in the room code with a name, and then you need to verify the account in chat, and then you should see your strap appear on the screen. If you just want to sit and watch, that's completely fine as well. But welcome. Anyway, yes. Are you coming back to... Oh my, okay. You want to come back and see people again, do you? Ah! Oh, what a good pup. Yes, there you are. What a good puppy. Oh, are you going to co-host with me? Anyway, this game of DangerZone has been written by Lupine. Like I said, there's a lot to like about it. I proofed it. I thought that there's one or two questions in here that I thought they're a bit tough, but there's also some ones in there that balance it out quite nicely. Does the dog have a message for us all? He says, "Buy me Scooby snacks. Scooby snacks are my very favourite. And free dog food for dogs." Would that be your policy if you became the Prime Minister? Can you imagine if Dexter was Prime Minister? What laws would he bring in? What laws would you bring in, Mr. Bear? What laws would you bring in? I would say no more cats. But you like the cats. Well, you like chasing them anyway. The bone laws. Chase off the mouse. Yeah, probably. Dexter for Prime Minister. Yeah, love it. Dexter for Prime Minister. Buy me Scooby snacks. That was not a good fingers. The bone laws. Absolutely. Right, I'm just going to go through some of these raid messages. By the way, You see, if something amusing happens, then you can suggest a raid message for our raid target a bit later on. We've got a few options at the moment, although we've got another game after this one, so may still be maybe fewer people online by that point. Let's just go through. That's quite clever. Bugs in the code are going to be buggy. Yes, they are. Right. Pardons for trash diggers. That would be a good one. Good law. Good law, little bear. Right. Down you pop then. Good point. Right, I think that's long enough. There's 24 of you in, which is about the optimum number for Danger Zone to end with 6. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds. And then I'm going to lock the lobby and our game will begin. Oh, that was a very quick 10 seconds. So quick, I didn't even have time to finish opening my cider. Well, let's lock this lobby. No, I wrote it down. I haven't fixed it yet. I haven't had time. I looked at my to-do list when I finished work today. I looked at my to-do list for all the games we're playing tonight, and they were all clear apart from the Konami code rule in Danger Zone. I thought, oh shit. I thought, oh, do I want to fix that or do I want to go for a run? I thought, I want to go for a run. So, it'll happen. It'll happen at some point. But for now, let's just say you have to promise not to join. If you can join at any time, now is fine. Now is a good time to join. You have to promise not to join after round 1, question 5. Because otherwise you gotta buy. It's a way to cheese it. Anyway, Matt Vertigo, welcome on into the game. Right, I think that's long enough. 26 players, and let's lock you in. Has got anytime entry on this, and you can join the main game anytime in round 1, apart from after question 5 has been displayed. No, there's not a pee break midway through. And yes, if you join after round 1, then you'll go straight to the Boneyard, where there is still a lobby medal available, as well as the gold, silver, and bronze for the top 3. Right. Rules are simple. Answer the questions as fast as you can. The faster you answer them, the more points you get. You've got 2 helps per round. You can use either of them, but not both of them. You can either nerf the question, which will give you a flat rate equal to half the number of players rounded down, or you can play a multiplier on the question, which will double the points you get for it, whatever they end up being, even if it's 0. So double 0 would be 0. Like I said, you can use either help once, but not both. They both have their place. They both have good uses. And if you survive the round, then you will get them back next round, but they don't stockpile, so use them or lose them. If you are in the bottom 5, I beg your pardon, at the end of the round and in the danger zone, you will be eliminated and go into the boneyard. Simple as that. Let's take a look at the first category, which is Sonic the Hedgehog Zip Through the Zones. I will tell you now, for nothing before you all groan, these are not Sonic questions per se, but there is a theme running through the rounds. But it is all still general knowledge. I know, I would have loved a Sonic quiz, but on this occasion, they're not. 5 questions this round. Multiplying will double your points for the question. Nerfing will earn you 13 points flat rate. That's half the number of players rounded. Well, it's half the number of players, full stop. You can use either help once this round, but you may not use both. Okay, a reminder, use them or lose them. Silver Electron, welcome on in. We're now going to lose still 5 people this round. And a note here from Lupine, is there a HUDs in the house? Because here's some questions inspired by zones from the classic Sonic games. So there's a reference to a classic Sonic zone in each of the questions, but the questions are still general knowledge. Hey, Sonic questions have a ring to them. Very good, very good. Right, those are the rules. That is the category. I hope you're all ready to play. Fingers on devices, gang, and the Universal Controller. Best of luck to you all. Let's play Danger Zone. Starting with this, which of the following is not the name of a team that features in the Gels Marble Runs YouTube video series? Purple Rockets, Green Ducks, Blue Bells, Black Jacks. I happen to agree, Clive. I think it's one of the hardest questions in the pack, and it's the first one there. Unsurprising to see a few nerfs coming in there. Correct answer there is Blue Bells. If you're looking for a blue team to cheer on during the Marble League, perhaps show your support for the Cobalts or the Oceanics. Top 5, Michael was fastest and with a multiplier, so that's 54 points off the bat for you there, Michael. Well played. Maxio second, Topper third. Dan was fourth and with a multiplier, doubling up to 48, and Matt was fifth for 23. Just the 2 players multiplying and 3 nerfs coming in from Goth, Flyboy, and Vertigo for the flat rate of 13. Let's reorder the board. And we have a nice chunky Danger Zone size at the moment, and all of your tokens go into there. So orange Danger Zone means that we have a tie, which we must resolve by the end of the round. We can only lose the de facto Danger Zone size of 5 players at the end of this round, and if needs be, we'll go to some tiebreaker questions. For now, let's go to question number 2. Who played Jareth the Goblin King in the 1986 film Labyrinth? David Bowie, Freddie Mercury, Boy George, Mark Almond. That's more like it. It was, of course, Bowie, David Bowie. You remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power. What power? The power of voodoo. Who do you do? Do what? Remind me of the babe. I saw my baby crying. Yeah, enough of that. Yeah, David Bowie from the 1986 film Labyrinth also starred Sarah Connolly, I think, and most of Jim Henson's Puppet Workshop. I loved that film growing up. I thought that was a... Keep going. I thought that was a marvellous film. Someone once described it to me as Labyrinth, which is a sort of an allegory for puberty and growing up, apparently. But a redacted version of it would be... Sarah has 13 hours to rescue her baby brother from the Goblin King while he dances and tries to distract her with tricks. A little bit like the internet in obscene trousers. Rest in peace, David Bowie as Jareth the Goblin King. Clive was fastest, Oni was second, Inca was third, all 3 of them with a multiplier no less. JR fourth, TVP was fifth. Matt also multiplying on that question. Let's reorder the board. There we have a standard Danger Zone size. Pyro, Conrad, Colin, Woollyback, and Midget all in the Danger Zone, but also with the help available. So remember, use them or lose them. Let's go on to question number 3. Famous for its chemical plants, in which town in northwest England would you find the Catalyst Science Discovery Centre and Museum? Stockport, St Helens, Oldham, or Widnes? It's Widnes, and not many getting that one right. They are all famous for something. St Helens is famous for glass. Stockport is famous for the felt hat industry. According to Historic England, by the second half of the 19th century, Oldham was the cotton spinning centre of the world. Not many players getting that one right at all. Just 6 plus 2 nerfs. Nerfs from Midget and Fluffy Bunny. Woollyback was fastest and was the only player to multiply. So well played there, Woollyback. That's 54 points to you. You're going to be well out of the Danger Zone there. Colin second. Goth was third. Flyboy fourth. Michael was fifth. Very well played if you did get that one right. Let's reorder the board. Michael into the lead, Dan in second, Matt in third. Woollyback goes from the Danger Zone to 4th place. That's a big jump. In the Danger Zone, AB Me, Midget, Clayton, Ispo, and Conrad. 2 questions to get out of there. A lot of help still available. Remember, use them or lose them. Let's go on to question number 4. Take a look. Who directed the 1927 film Metropolis? F.W. Murnau, Robert Veen, Stellan Rye, or Fritz Lang? Robert Veen? How on earth do you pronounce that name? No idea. Fritz Lang is the answer. That very famous poster. This is apparently the universal symbol for poster. Fritz Lang was the answer. And... oh, excuse me. From Lupine here, shout outs to the new font Ben is using at the Unicon, which is of course called Metropolis. It's the final zone of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Clive was fastest, Solomon was second, BC was third and the only player to multiply, getting 50 points there. Oni was fourth, Vertigo was fifth, and nerfs coming in from Stimson, Pyro, and Colin for the flat rate of 13. Very well played if you got that one right. Let's reorder the board. Oh, hello. We've got a tie in the danger zone. Conrad and JR both on 24, both with a help available with 1 question to go. We must resolve that tie before the end of the round. If you're both wrong, maybe someone behind you can overtake. Michael's at the top. Matt's now in second. Clive is in third. Last opportunity to use your help in this round. Remember, you get it back if you survive and you lose them completely if you don't. So do use them. That is what they are there for. Very best of luck to you all. Here is question number 5. Oh, Ween. Or Veen. Okay. Who played the Doctor in the 1982 Doctor Who serial 4 to Doomsday? John Pertwee, Peter Davidson, Patrick Troughton, or Tom Baker? Yes, I've spotted the typo, but I didn't spot what I was proofing. It's Peter Davison. There's only 1 D in Davison. It shouldn't be Davidson. It should be Davison. That's my bad for not catching that typo there. Peter Davison being the 5th Doctor. Yeah, my bad as well, Lupine. Imagine a Doctor Who typo. I'm covered in shame.
Shame.
Peter Davison being the 5th Doctor. You would think 4 to Doomsday, because Tom Baker was, of course, the 4th Doctor, but 4 to Doomsday was the 2nd episode in his first full series as the Doctor, having regenerated from 4th to 5th in 1981. So you may have had an in there if you know your Doctor Who history as well. Peter Davison was the answer. Goth was fastest. Bunny was 2nd. Colin 3rd. Woolly back 4th. Oni was 5th. 4 multipliers coming in. 3 of them are wrong answers. Clayton, the only one to get a correct multiplier. JR, Topper, and Optimat all multiplying on incorrect answers. Nerves coming in from Solomon, Maxio, TVP, Conrad Lack, ABME, and Silver Electron. 13 points. Flat rate. Is it going to be enough to get players out of the danger zone? Let's find out as we reorder the board. Puzzle Dan's worried. Shall we take a look, Dan? I think you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. And there we have it, Vertigo. Welcome to the stream. David's son-in-law. Very clever Simpsons angle. Yes, because, of course, David Tennant is now Peter Davison's son-in-law after he married his own daughter, his own on-screen daughter, Georgia Moffat, now Georgia Tennant. They are a cute couple, though, David Tennant and Georgia Moffat. So, at the end of that round, Gumption, out of nowhere, is on top with 98. Woolly back in second with 97. And Farage. Really? You have to call yourself Farage. I'm going to call you Farage for the rest of the stream, Nordigoth. You're in third with 96. Very well done, you three. You're going to get a little boost going into the next round. And you'll be joined there by Michael, Matt, Vertigo, Clive, Inca, Colin, Ben, Flyboy, Dan, Stimson, Solomon, Marcini, Fluffy Bunny, Cola, ABME, Clayton, Topper, Pyro, and Maxio, all of whose scores will reset to 0. Very well done. You'll get your helps back. Your scores will go back to 0 apart from the top 3, and we will see you in round 2. Unfortunately, though, Conrad, Silver Electron, JR, a midget on the internet, ISPO, thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Cue lights. And there they go. And I rushed through that because I didn't want anyone to join at that exact moment, because that's the Konami code moment where people can come and join and just skip round 1 and get straight through to round 2 without answering any questions. And I really, really must fix that bug. Hello. Oh, lovely kisses. So we've got a new Danger Zone of 5 people. That doesn't count as a Danger Zone appearance, you 5 who are in there now, because, of course, all Danger Zone appearances will count against you if you should get to the final. I'll explain a bit more about that later on. But Gumption, Woollyback, and Farage starting with 11, 7, and 5. Everyone else is back down to 0. A Danger Zone size of 5. Let's go on to round number 2. What are you doing with your paws? You're putting your paws in my face. You putting your paws in my face. Round 2 is Street Fighter World Warriors. 5 questions this round. Again, multiplying will double the points for your question. Nerfing will earn you 11 points. That's half the number of remaining players. That's 22. Don't need to round down. And once again, you can use either help once, but you cannot use both. Use them or lose them, because if you get through to the next round, you get them back anyway. And if you go into the Boneyard, which are the black straps over there on the right now, then you won't get any helps at all. But there is a lobby for whoever finishes top of the Boneyard, and those are the number of questions you've gotten correct in total. So Conrad currently leading the Boneyard with 2 questions correct out of 5. And I've been told to read Meow USA. Here's some questions inspired by the fighters of Street Fighter. They fight in the streets. How exciting. That's probably an opportunity to use that one. Yeah. So, characters from Street Fighter are going to be referenced in each of these questions. Obviously, in the last round, we had a Labyrinth reference, a Metropolis reference, a Chemical Plants reference, and some other references as well that I've since forgotten because it happened so long ago. Dexter, go away. Marble reference and Doomsday reference. So those were your 5 Sonic Zone references. Now we're looking for some Street Fighter characters. I think we should play. We're going to lose 5 people this round. Very best of luck to you all. Let's play Danger Zone. Faster you answer, the more points you get. Here is your first. How many years passed between the end of Ken Livingstone's tenure as leader of the Greater London Council and the start of his tenure as Mayor of London? 14, 34, 24 or 44? The Greater London Council was abolished in 1986 under the Thatcher administration, but in 2000 the Greater London Authority was established as Tony Blair sought to give the capital more autonomy, and the people of London voted for Ken Livingstone to return as their mayor. He began his victory speech with the line, "As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted 14 years ago," which, got credit where it's due, that is a great line. Very well done if you got that one right. Dan was fastest, Clive was second, Topper was third, Simpson's Angle was fourth, and Fluffy was fifth. No multipliers on that one, but just 2 nerfs, Flyboy and Vertigo nerfing for the flat rate of 11. Remember, the faster you answer, the more points you get. So the fastest gets points equal to the number of players still in the game, which in this round is going to be 22 points with a multiplier, maximum of 44 points available per question. Hello, Sam. Welcome to the stream, Giraffe Pant. Nice to have you here. Tying the danger zones, we've got the orange straps. We have got 7 players in there. We need to get that down to 5. All of those players on 0, but all still with a help available. Let's go on to question number 2. Which of these cars is manufactured by Honda? Micra, Civic, Escort, or Polo? Ben, what would Ken Livingstone's fatality be if he was Mortal Kombat, which is not Street Fighter but is close enough? I don't know enough about Ken Livingstone to figure that out. You tell me, Clive. It's the Civic, the Honda Civic. The Micra is a Nissan. Fun fact, my first car was a Nissan Micra. The Escort is a Ford, and the Polo is a Volkswagen or a Volkswagen. If you bought a Honda electric vehicle, would that make it an E-Honda? Very good. E-Honda is the in on that question. The previous one, Ken, of course, is your Street Fighter reference on the previous question. E-Honda is your reference here. Oni was fastest. BC was second with a multiplier. Clive third with a multiplier. Fluffy was fourth, and Woollyback was fifth with a multiplier. There were a lot of multipliers on that question. Dan, Clive, Woollyback, TVP, Pyro, BC, Colin, Clayton, Inca, Michael, and Matt the Sprat. One of those questions where sometimes a multiplier is not as powerful as the nerf. If you take a look at Colin, who's multiplied and doubled his 3 points up to 6 because lots of people got that one right. So doubling 3 gives you 6, whereas a nerf would have given you 11. So it's just one of those ones where if you think lots of people have answered and are probably going to get it right, sometimes it can be better to use a nerf, but something to bear in mind for the next round. Let's reorder the board. Farage into the danger zone. Where he belongs. Not Nordigoff, just Farage. Farage, Cola, and Flyboy all tied up in the danger zone on 21. Colin on 18, Solomon on 9, ABME 5, Maxio on 2. Flyboy and Colin without a help, the others all do. Clive in the lead, Woollyback in second, Michael in third, as we go on to question number 3. If you were reading a book that featured a Balrog, by which of these fantasy authors is it most likely written? J.R.R. Tolkien, Terry Pratchett, Ursula K. Le Guin, H.P. Lovecraft? What is this new devilry? A Balrog, a demon of the ancient world. His foe is beyond any of you. Run! Lord of the Rings is the best film ever made, don't at me. Watch it, it's my favourite film. I watch it every year without exception. And yes, most likely to be found in a book written by J.R.R. Tolkien. Most famously found in the depths of the mines of Moria, as it Khazad-dûm, to give it its proper dwarven name, in the Lord of the Rings Book 1, The Fellowship of the Ring. Terry Pratchett, of course, famous for the Discworld series. H.P. Lovecraft, more famous for his Cthulhu mythos. Ursula K. Le Guin, I'm not familiar with, actually, I have to say, but unlikely to find a Balrog, it would seem. Clayton was fastest, Matt was second, Maxio third with a multiplier, Stimson was fourth, and Topper was fifth with a multiplier. Just those two multipliers coming in that round. Topper and Maxio, very well done there. You cannot pass, coming in as a Ray message. Very well done. If you got that, let's reorder the board. You were Clayton. In 2.06 seconds, you were the fastest. Oh, no, I tell you what's happened there. Oh, hello, Shapes. Welcome to the Danger Zone. No, yeah, I tell you what's happened there. There's a race case on my log. You and Matt both came in at 2.06 seconds on the same frame. So you're right. Clayton got 21. Matt got 22 points. So Matt was fastest, but for reasons that I can't explain, it orders you the other way around on my logger. So I just read first Clayton, even though actually Matt was first there. So yeah, but yeah, exactly the same frame, 2.06 seconds, or exactly the same hundredth of a second was logged anyway. So there it goes. Speedrunner's trick to get that frame perfect. Absolutely right. Welcome on in, Shapes. Hope you're keeping well. Enjoy the boneyard. Let's go on to question number 4. And Balrog was your Street Fighter reference there. Played by John Travolta, Vincent Vega is a character from which 1994 Quentin Tarantino film? Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown. Lupine very kindly given me no notes for this question, knowing full well, I imagine, that I know quite a lot about Quentin Tarantino. Vincent Vega stars in Pulp Fiction, and he features heavily in the first story, which he plays opposite both Samuel L. Jackson and Uma Thurman. He's Pulp Fiction. In universe, he's the brother of Vic Vega, who's played by Michael Madsen, rest in peace, who was in Reservoir Dogs, which came out in 1992. Jackie Brown was a few years later, 1997, and Django Unchained was 2012. Clive was fastest, Topper was second, Inca was third, A.B.Me was fourth, and with a multiplier, and all 4 of those were under 2 seconds. Vertigo was fifth. Just the 2 multipliers there, A.B.Me and Oni, both on correct answers. Let's reorder the board. Vega was your Street Fighter character there, the one with the claws. Mr. Blonde. Yeah, Mr. Blonde, Vic Vega. Clive's in the lead, Wally Back's in second, Topper is in third. And so in the Danger Zone, you got Farage, Pyro, Marcini, Colin, and Solomon. Farage and Solomon with helps still available. Could still get out. The others have got a little bit more work to do. With only 1 question to go, if you're in the Danger Zone, after this question, you will be eliminated. Very best of luck. Here is question number 5. Which of these American universities' athletic teams are known as the Bison? Idaho State University, Michigan State University, Iowa State University, or North Dakota State University? Tricky question there. Hello, Quizzy Dan with the raid. It's Mr. Dan Peak. Welcome on in, Raiders, all 19 of you. Thank you very much for that raid. How you're doing? Lovely to have you. Always flipping triangles. It's always flipping triangles, isn't it? Unless this is a new Squid Game thing in which you've got to flip the triangle on the pavement. Quizzy Dan, this is Ace. Welcome both of you to the stream. And Dan, thank you for that raid. How was your stream for everyone who doesn't know? I don't want to raid Quizzy Dan back. I want to shout out Quizzy Dan is what I want to do. Quizzy Dan is a variety and quiz streamer, does a lot of crosswordy things and puzzle boats, occasional quizzes over there and puzzle-based adventure games and things like that. He's a wholesome guy and a fellow industry pro, and he's good people. So go give him a follow if you're not doing so already. Do some crosswords night, lovely stuff. Yeah, doing well enough. Say it's everything's a bit mad at the moment. It's all quite busy at work and busy in social life. Well, social life, IRL life, but yeah, it's things are ticking along. So You do still owe me one halloumi fry, not just pictures of them. Anyway, if you're just joining from that raid, we are playing DangerZone. You are very able to come and join in if you go and grab the universal controller, and you can join with the room code, which is there, and also at the top of the broadcast. We're just on the final question of round 2, which I'm just going to go through. Yeah, North Dakota State University was the answer. Michigan State, the Spartans. Idaho State, the Bengals. Iowa State are the Cyclones. Colin was fastest, Clayton second, Michael third, Stimson fourth, Nordy fifth. Stimson and Nordy both with a multiplier, doubling up to 38 and 36 points respectively. 4 multipliers coming in, Stimson and Nordy, but Solomon and Fluffy both multiplying on incorrect answers and not going to get any points. So, let's reorder the board and see who we're losing at the end of round 2. Oh, now this is interesting. That one, this is ace. Now, this has not happened for a while, but we have got a tiebreaker. And it's a 3-way tiebreaker, which shouldn't make any difference. We should only need one question, but we don't see a 3-way tie all that often. Cola, Vertigo, and Ben, you're all on 42. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. No, we are going to have 2 tiebreaker questions because we can only lose 5 this round. Oh my god. So, a double tiebreaker. This is very exciting. So, how it's going to work, Colin, Pyro, Marcini, and Solomon, you're going to be eliminated. There's nothing you can do about that. Everyone in green, you are safe, and I will talk more to you in just a minute. But Cola, Vertigo, and Ben, you're going to have 2 tiebreaker questions. The answer will be a number. Whoever gets closest to the number retains their score of 42. That's on the to-do list, JR. There's a few in there, but it will just cycle back round to the beginning if I run out. And the last tiebreaker, the first tiebreaker question would have been seen like months ago. So, anyway, let me explain the rules rather than everyone atting me. Yes, you 3 will have to answer a question. Whoever gets closest to the number keeps their score of 42. The other 2 will lose a point, dropping that down to 41. Oh my god, we might have another issue here. If you end up on 40, we might have 3 tiebreakers, and Colin, you might be dragged into it because of how it works. No, we should be fine. Anyway, let's do the end of round logic and go to our second set tiebreaker. Cola, Vertigo, Ben, get as close as you can to the number, and then we'll see what happens. We may have a second tiebreaker, but if you get closest here, you'll be safe. Very best of luck. Answer as a number. Here is the question. How many words are there in total in Shakespeare's shortest, The Comedy of Errors, and longest, Hamlet, plays combined? Cola, BC, Vertigo, I need an answer. Vertigo going for 130,000, BC going for 9,001, Cola going for 65,000. How many words are there in total in Shakespeare's shortest and longest plays combined? The correct answer, 45,258. And Cola, you have survived. You get to play on to the next round with your score of 42. Vertigo and Ben, you've lost a point. You are down to 41. So we go to a second tiebreaker just between Vertigo and Ben. And this is where I hope to God it loops back. Fairly sure it does. I'm fairly sure we've seen that question before anyway. So, Vertigo and Ben, second tiebreaker, second opportunity. One of you will be eliminated and one of you gets to carry on with the game. Very best of luck. Here is your tiebreaker question. Of the 1,025 canonic Pokemon, how many are water or joint water type? Ben's in. Vertigo's in. And they are very close. Ben going 156, Vertigo going 150. Just 6 between you. If you'd said the exact same answer, it would have come down to who said it fastest. But fortunately, you have gone for a different one. I can tell you, the correct answer is 3 digits and does begin with a 1. So you're both very, very close. The correct answer is 177. And Ben, you survive the second tiebreaker and you get through to round 3. Vertigo, commiserations, you have dropped officially into the danger zone and resolved that tiebreaker. But, yeah. 40s. Colin could have been brought into that. If we still had a tie, Colin would have been brought into that tiebreaker. I don't think it's happened before, but it is a quirk of the format that can happen. So, finally, reaching the end of round 2, Stimson finishes on top with 99, Clive in second with 97, Clayton in third with 91. You three will get a little boost going into round 3, and you'll be joined there by Woollyback, Topper, Inca, Matt, Michael, Farage, Gumption, Fluffy Bunny, ABME, Maxio, Flyboy, Puzzledam, Cola, and Ben. Unfortunately, though, Colin, Vertigo, Pyro, Marcini, and Solomon, not enough points, I'm afraid. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. And then there were 17. Colin and Conrad leading the Boneyard with 6 questions correct out of 10. And we've got a danger zone size of 6 now. We increase the danger zone size in round 3 due to reasons of logic not working as it should. This is actually a feature, though, now, where it increases round 3, right? It's supposed to increase as late as possible if we have an odd number of players. But it actually increases the round before it needs to. So it'll be 6 this and then 5 in the next. Players lost in the round. But actually, it started as a bug. I've adopted it as a feature. Simpson starting on 8, Clive on 5, Clayton on 4. Everyone else resetting to 0 as we go to round number 3, which is Balatro Only Jokers. Balatro Only Jokers. 5 questions this round. Multiplying will double your points for the question as before, and nerfing will earn you 8 points. That's half the number of players rounded down. It is now rounded down. Again, use either help once this round, but not both, so you can either multiply or nerf. Cola famously abstains from using helps most of the time, including in that last round. Perhaps if he'd used a multiplier, he could have avoided that tiebreaker, but he's still powering on and is in a comfortable position in round 3. Let's see if he wants to use his helps in this round. Indeed, if anyone else wants to use their helps as well. But remember, they don't stockpile and you don't get them in the boneyard. So use them or lose them. I'll give them back at the start of round 4 if you use it anyway. So, pack your spare trousers and ride the bus. Whatever that means. Here's some questions inspired by the many jokers you can find in Balatro, and as the only person on the planet who's never played Balatro, it was just me and Ash for a while, but Ash has now played it. It is officially just me as the only person on planet Earth who's not played that bloody game. Oh, me and Vertigo, okay. It's probably not just me and Vertigo, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's been a bit of a thing recently, hasn't it? It's not something that's suckered me. I've been very busy. Very busy. Anyway, fingers on devices, everybody. Very best of luck. It's Balatro, Only Jokers. Let's play Danger Zone. If you were at the theatre and saw someone playing Riff Raff, which of these shows might you be watching? The Lion King, Hairspray, Chicago, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Maybe The Rocky Horror Picture Show with Richard O'Brien and the Time Warp and all that jazz. Let's do the Time Warp again. If you pick The Lion King, which actually I don't think anybody did, but if you did, you might be getting confused with Rafiki. Rafiki, who is the baboon played by Robert Guillaume, I believe, in the film version. And is the one who goes, at the beginning of the show. Chicago, of course, Velma Kelly and Roxy Hart, as were portrayed by Catherine Zeta-Jones and Bridget Jones, Renee Zellweger in the film version. Hairspray, I know surprisingly little about. I think it's John Travolta was in Hairspray, so second John Travolta reference tonight, the film version at any rate. And Good Morning Baltimore, that one. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. Clive was fastest with a multiplier. Woollyback was second. Oni was third with a multiplier. Innes was fourth with a multiplier. And ABME was fifth. Just 4 multipliers coming in. Dan, Clive, Inca, and Oni all on correct answers. Very well played. Let's reorder the board. So it wasn't Clive's birthday the other day. Clive, didn't you have a big birthday the other day? It just occurred to me. I don't think I've actually made a big deal out of it. Was it last week? Many happy returns, because I think you've had a big birthday, haven't you? One ending in a 0. Congratulations. I hope you had a lovely time, and welcome to the 30s Club. Let's go on. Question number 2. Take a look at this. On 21st of March 2025, a one-of-a-kind baseball card of which pitcher, the 2024 National League Rookie of the Year, sold for $1.11 million. Spencer Schwellenbach, Paul Skeens, Luis Gil, or Yoshinobu Yamamoto? Such other long names and length of the question. I only just got to the end of them, but I think I got my pronunciation right. Thanks, let's move on. Okay, sorry. Paul Skeens was the answer. Pittsburgh Pirates phenom Paul Skeens had a wins above replacement far above any other 2024 rookie pitcher. The one-of-one card featuring his autograph and a patch from the jersey he wore in his MLB debut was found by an 11-year-old collector from the Los Angeles area. The Pirates offered a trade to get the card from them, but they were rebuffed and the card went to auction. Winning bidder was Dick's Sporting Goods, who put it on display at one of their Pittsburgh stores. The auction proceeds were donated to the relief fund for the wildfires that ravaged Southern California earlier in the year. Paul Skeens, the correct answer. Only 3 of you getting that one right. Clayton was fastest, Kohler was second, and Michael was third. Excuse me. Nerfs coming in from Stimpson and Woollyback, and just a 1 multiplier from Goth there, but on a wrong answer. So that help is going to have been burnt, and yes, not much you're going to be able to do. You're going to have to do some work to make up the time. Poison Dark Excalibur, welcome to the stream as well. Great to have you with us. Let's reorder the board. Clive on top, Clayton and Gumption, aka Oni, tied up in second, Kohler and Inca tied up in third, and we've got Maxio, Fluffy, Ben, Farage, Flyboy, and Topper in the danger zone. Colin and Conrad currently leading the boneyard. As we go on to question number 3, take a look. Which Madness single was their only UK number 1? Baggy Trousers, House of Fun, Driving in My Car, or Our House? Surprisingly tricky question, and actually, I believe Madness only had 1 UK number 1. And it was House of Fun in 1980 something. Baggy Trousers, Driving in My Car, and Our House did not get to number 1 in the UK. And that's all I've got to say about that. They're all good songs, though. Topper was fastest in under 2.5 seconds and with a multiplier. Well played there, Topper, for 34 points. Fluffy was second for 16. Flyboy third for 15. Woollyback fourth for 14. And Maxio was fifth for 13. Just a 1 nerf coming in there from Matt the Sprat for the flat rate of 8 points. And Topper and Michael, the only 2 multipliers there, both of them on correct answers. Well played. Let's reorder the board. Interesting. Clive's still on the top, but the gap closes down. 39, 38, 37. Now the top 3. Clive, Woollyback, and Michael. Matt, Flyboy, Dan, AB, me, Ben, and Farage in the danger zone. Colin leading the boneyard with 8 questions correct out of 13. Let's go on to question number 4. Take a look. Which Marvel superhero is the alter ego of Bruce Banner? The Hulk, The Thing, Hawkeye, or Cyclops? He's the Hulk, played by originally Edward Norton in the MCU, and then was replaced by Mark Ruffalo for presumably reasons of politics. Hawkeye, played by Jeremy Renner. Real name is Bow and Arrow Man. Oh, I can't even remember his name. That's really bad. Cyclops and the Thing, I must confess I'm not familiar with. What's Hawkeye's real name? Someone tell me. It's not Jeremy Renner, that's the actor. Oh, Cyclops is X-Men. Oh, yeah, of course he is. Scott something. Clint Barton, that's the one, thank you. Oh, Thing is Ben Grimm, yes, from the recent Fantastic Four, which is apparently quite good, with Pedro Pascal, flavour of the century, in it. Yeah, Cyclops was Scott something or other. Of course I've heard of him. Yeah, it's X-Men. Anyway, Oni was fastest, Clive second, Inca third, Matt fourth. BC was fifth, and with a multiplier, doubling the 13 up to 26. 4 multipliers coming in there, Fluffy, BC, Clayton, and Flyboy, all of them on correct answers. Let's reorder the board. 1 question left in this round. We've still got a standard danger zone size, but it is tight tight. So it sounds like Tuco from Breaking Bad now. Flyboy and Ben, 31-32 at the top of the danger zone. Matt and Colo, both on 33 at the bottom of safety. This is not over yet, not by a damn sight. And you've got Maxio and AB Me both with helps available in the danger zone. That could be a big upset as well. They could jump way out. So, still a lot of pressure riding on this question. Let's take a look at question number 5. Good luck. Gros Michel and Cavendish are varieties of what fruit? Banana, melon, grape, strawberry. Strawberry. So my brain is just not allowing me to say that word at the moment. The question I've waited all around for. It's a banana. Until the 1950s, the Gros Michel was the primary exported cultivar of banana, but its vulnerability to Panama disease saw it devastated and replaced by the Cavendish. In Balatro, the Gros Michel Joker adds plus 15 multiplier, but has a 1 in 6 of destroying itself. Once that happens, the Cavendish has a chance to appear, providing ×3 multiplier, but with a 1 in 1,000 chance of destroying itself. A lot more resilient and one of the best jokers in the game, if you can cause the Gros Michel to become extinct, that is. What? That is not a set of rules. That's like, I'll tell you what that is. That's like that game that Barney plays when he goes to the casino for Marshall's stag night or bachelor party, and that episode of How I Met Your Mother, when it's like, I used to play. I got addicted to a game called Xinghai on Sussex, and yeah, that's the rules of that game. So find the jelly bean and you can triple your money. So I'm trying to explain Balatro to someone who doesn't play it. It's yeah. I fail to agree, G-Ice. Lingo, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. Now, very interesting. BC was fastest. Clive was second. Matt was third. AB Me was fourth, and with a multiplier. And Inca was fifth. Although Inca and AB Me coming in on the same frame. Although it's put the order in the right order this time for some reason. And all of those players answered in under 2 seconds. Inca, who was fifth, was in 1.63 seconds. BC got it in 1.36. Oh, hello, Ash. You resisted for a long time, but then gave in glad. I've got time. I haven't got the time. Welcome, Ash. Welcome, Shapes, both of you to the stream. Hope you're well, guys. Multipliers there from Maxio and AB Me, both of them on correct answers. Let's reorder the board and see what that does to the scores. And there we have it. For what it's worth, Colo, if you had multiplied on that question, you would have been tied with Michael on 45 because you only got 6 for it. And so that is the end of round 3. Clive finishes on top with 71, Clayton in second with 58. Inca and Gumption tied up in third with 56. They will all get a little boost going into the next round. And they'll be joined there by Fluffy, Topper, Maxio, Woollyback, Ben, Matt, and AB Me for our penultimate 11. Very well done, you guys. We will see you in the 4th round in just a minute. However, unfortunately for Michael, Cola, Flyboy, Stimpson's Angle, Puzzle, and Farage, not enough, I'm afraid. Good hustle to get to the end of round 3, but unfortunately it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. And then there were 11. Michael takes the crown in the boneyard with 12 questions correct out of 15. But in this game, it's not just about how many you get right, it's about how quickly you answer them as well. That is not an official danger zone of 5, but it will be very shortly. And, of course, going into the final round, you don't get boosts if you finish in the top 3. You get your total correct answers minus the number of times you've been in the danger zone, which is why I've been encouraging you to stay out of the danger zone at all times, because even if you don't get eliminated, it still counts against you in the back end. So, Clive, Clayton, and Inca and Gumption with a little boost to start off with, everyone else on 0. Helps have been refreshed, and the category for round 4 is Mario Kart Collect the Cups. Another 5 questions this round. Multiply is going to double your points for the question, and nerfing is going to give you an extra 5 points after the number of players rounded down. Again, use either help once, but not both. Use them or lose them, because they won't be refreshed in the next round anyway, so you might as well use them before the end of question 5. At the end of this round, we'll have 6 players to go into our Danger Zone final, where the gold, silver, and bronze medals will await the top 3. Here's a set of questions that belongs in the trophy cabinet of a seasoned kart racer, inspired by the cups you can compete for in the Mario Kart series. The Mario Kart series. So I guess there's going to be a Moo Moo Meadows question at some point. Is that a cup, or is that just a course? I don't know. It's been years since I played Mario Kart. Literally years. Anyway, that it's just a course. Okay, that's good to know. Well, that is what you've got to look forward to. The very best of luck to all 11 of you. Slight advantage to Clive, Clayton, Inca, and Oni. Let's see if they can capitalise on it. Very best of luck. Let's play Danger Zone. What is the Spanish translation of the English word mushroom? Girasol, champignon, cebola, or huevo? Spilt cider all down my nice clean shirt.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. Kind of missed my mouth in my excitement. It's fine, it's probably going to go in the wash after stream anyway. But it's champignon. Cebola is onion, girasol is sunflower, and huevo is egg. Top 5 there. Clive was fastest, Topper was second, Maxio third, BC fourth with a multiplier, and Fluffy was fifth. Just one multiplier coming in from BC on that question. And let's reorder the board. So Clayton, despite having that early boost, is into the Danger Zone. I missed my mouth in excitement, indeed so. Yeah, we've got too many players in the Danger Zone. So we've got orange. We must resolve that before the end of the round, but that is a Danger Zone mark against all of you in there. Inca, ADME, Matt, Clayton, Oni and Wooly back, and Oni with the boost as well. Also into the Danger Zone. Clive and Ben joined to the top, though Ben using a multiplier to get there. Topper, Maxio, and then Fluffy. Let's take another question, see what happens. Question number 2. The bluebonnet is the official state flower of which US state? Maryland, Texas, California, or Kansas? A lot of players going for Maryland there. The only person to get it right was Clive, who was the first player to get it right, in fact, in 2.07 seconds. Texas is the answer. California is the Californian golden poppy. Kansas is the wild native sunflower. And Maryland is the black-eyed Susan, a distant cousin of the black-eyed peas. But yes, the bluebonnet is the official state flower of Texas. Very well done to Clive and to Farage, Conrad, and Solomon in the Boneyard also getting that one right. Let's reorder the board. No changes in the main game, except Clive extends his lead significantly with 11 points for that question and the only one to get points, and he's still got a help available. Let's go on. Question number 3. First broadcasting on BBC Two in 2021, who presented the British game show Lightning? Alex Scott, Susan Cowman, Mel Gedroic, or Zoe Lyons? In my head, I thought it was Susan Cowman, but she did something similar with something. Alex Scott, I think, did the tournament, and Mel Gedroic did everything else. Beat the Boss. Is that the one Susan Cowman did? Susan Cowman definitely did something that was kind of similar to Lightning. It was The Boss. Oh, just called The Boss. This question has triggered me, says Sam. How many of those shows that we've named have you been on, Sam? Anyway, Zoe Lyons is the correct answer. I've got no more notes on that one. Clive was fastest and with a multiplier. BC was a lot of multipliers coming in here, actually. Four out of the top 5 have gone for a multiplier. BC didn't go for a multiplier. He was second for 10 points. But then Inca, Oni, and Topper in third, fourth, and fifth all multiplied for 18, 16, and 14 points, respectively. So yes, out of those top 5, 4 of them multiplying, the only multipliers to come in. And Wooly back nerfing that question for the flat rate of 5 there. Let's reorder the board, see what it does to the scores. Gumption sliding out of the danger zone. Clive extending that lead now, 49 to BC's 26 in second place, and Clive is going to be feeling quite comfortable at the moment. Ben's got 26, Topper and Ink both on 24, Gumption now on 18, Fluffy on 13, though notably the top 5 have all used their helps, and the bottom, well, the next 5 have not used their helps, and then there's Woollyback who has used his help. But we've still got 3 questions, no, we've still got 2 questions to go, so let's see what happens with question number 4. Take a look. Which of these stars is the brightest star in the night sky? Regal, Alpha Centauri, Sirius, Arcturus. About to say they're all, it just occurred to me a lot of Harry Potter characters are named after stars. So you've got Sirius Black and then Regulus Arcturus Black, and then the sort of, that was the point at which I abandoned the theory. So Harry Alpha Centauri Potter doesn't really work. Sirius is the brightest star in the night sky. Clive was fastest. Inca was second, 0.02 seconds behind Clive, 1.94 and 1.96. BC just going over 2 seconds. Topper 2.2, and then AB Me fifth, 2.45. 2 multipliers there, Fluffy and Matt. Fluffy multiplying on the correct answer. Matt, though, multiplying on the wrong answer. You've lost that help, Matt. Bad luck. There is one more question, though, in this round. Let's reorder the board. 3 helps still in play. Maxio, Clayton, and AB Me. Helps available. Clive, Ben, Inca still in 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what we can do with this last question. Can AB Me, Clayton, or possibly Maxio? Maybe Woollyback. Woollyback can also get 22 points here. Matt can only hope to get to the top of the danger zone at this point. So let's see what happens with question number 5. Good luck. In which RPG series are a player's statistics governed by the special system? Fallout, Wizardry, Ultima, or the Elder Scrolls? That would be the Fallout series. Special is an acronym for the 7 attributes which make up the player's primary statistics: strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. Those are the 7 attributes in question that make up the special system. Clive was fastest, AB Me second with a multiplier, Maxio third with a multiplier, Clayton fourth with a multiplier, and Oni was fifth. Just those 3 multipliers coming in there. And so for the final time in round 4, let's reorder the board. And there we have it. Clive finishes on top with 71 points. That's a commendable score. Ben in second with 41, Topper with 37, Inc with 34, AB Me with 33, and Clayton makes up our half dozen finalists with 28, just pushing Maxio out of safety and into the danger zone on 27. And we have our 6 finalists, and it's going to be a good battle. Clive, Ben, Topper, Inca, AB Me, Clayton. I mean, that massive score from Clive isn't going to count for anything because it's going to reset, but kudos to you. 71 in a penultimate round of 11, Clive, is pretty good going. It does mean at the end of round 4 we have got to say goodbye to 5 valiant warriors: Maxio, Gumption, Fluffy, Woollyback, and Matt. Great hustle to get to the end of round 4, but unfortunately the journey has to end here. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. And then there were 6. Michael still primed in the boneyard, 16 out of 20, wanting to secure that lobby medal. And your scores have been reset in our live game, but let's load the final category, which, as always, is general knowledge. Go away! Go away! Stop interrupting our game! Stop interrupting our game! No, you have to fuss me. Okay, fine, I'll fuss you while I do the game. So, our 6 finalists: Clive, Topper, Inca, Clayton, Ben, and AB Me. Your scores have been calculated by the number of questions you've gotten correct, minus the number of appearances you've had in the danger zone. So AB Me, maybe getting 10 questions right and being in the danger zone 10 times out of 20, is going to leave you with a score of 0. Surprised I'm not in the negative. You just live in the danger zone and then just get out of it on question number 5. Yeah, someone's had a lot of appearances. Say they do count against you. They are very, very... they can be very, very damaging in the end game. It's given Clive a 2-point advantage over Topper, who's got a 3-point advantage over Inca. Say Michael leading the Boneyard, 16 out of 20. Right, Danny, get them. Yes? No, good boy, Danny, get them. But it's all coming down to these 5 questions. Multipliers and nerfs are inactive, so it's all on your knowledge and your speed here. Live players, as I've just said, start with a score equal to their total correct answers minus their total Danger Zone appearances, and we'll see what they can do with that advantage, or disadvantage indeed. So, battle on for the medals. Let's just take a quick peep into the cabinets while we're here. Clive, 6 Danger Zone golds, 2 silvers, 4 bronzes. Topper, just the 1 bronze in Danger Zone. Inca, 6 gold, 12 silver, 4 bronze, and 1 lobby. Clayton, 1 Danger Zone gold, and that's it. BC, 2 gold, 3 silver, 3 bronze. And AB Me, 2 gold, 3 silver, 4 bronze, 2 lobby. And Michael, for what it's worth, as the leader, currently no Danger Zone medals to you, so looking for your first lobby medal this evening. So, much to play for here, and I wish you all the very, very best of luck. For the final time tonight, let's play Danger Zone. Starting with this, who preceded Henry VII as King of England? Henry VI, Edward IV, John, or Richard III? One of those ones where I think quite a few players wish they'd stopped and read the question a little more carefully. It's Richard III. Richard III's death upon defeat at the Battle of Bosworth Field marked the end of the Wars of the Roses and the beginning of the Tudor period. Henry VII was preceded by Richard III, followed of course by Henry VIII, Edward VI, arguably Lady Jane Grey, and then Mary I and Elizabeth I, thus concluding the Tudor period. Inca was the only one to get that one right, which really surprises me. Certainly in the main game, quite a lot of players in the Boneyard getting that one right. Maybe they've got the pressure of the clock isn't addling their brain, but Inca immediately going to close down the advantage that Clive has over him as we reorder the board. And Inca takes the lead. Just like that, one question, that's all it takes. 14, 13, 11 now, the top 3. And Cola closing down the gap on Michael, who also got that one wrong. Let's go on to question number 2. First published in 1963, who wrote and illustrated the picture book Where the Wild Things Are? Shel Silverstein, William Steig, Marsha Brown, Maurice Sendak. Maurice Sendak is the answer. It's not what I've sort of seen it in passing back in the days when I was in education, but I've never sat down and read it. Just 3 getting that right. Clive fastest, Inca second, AB Me third. Seems we're going to have a tie at the top, and AB Me's going to do some of his best to climb through those ranks and improve on his position as we reorder the board. And indeed, AB Me moving up to 5th. Sorry, I'm wearing contact lenses tonight because I went for a rainy run earlier, which I didn't want to wear glasses or sunglasses for. And this one is just starting to bother me, which means I will probably take them out and move to glasses after this game. Maurice Sendak was the answer there. Clive and... I might have to take it out now, actually, gang. Oh, is it going to settle? No, it's going to settle. Fine. Clive and Inca tied at the top with 19. Looks like a bit of a race between these two. Topper's got 11. Clayton 5. ABB 4. Ben on 2. Cola keeping the pressure up on Michael, both of them getting that right now, 17-16, and then Fluffy and Pyro both on 15 as we go to question number 3. Take a look. Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, sits on the coast of which body of water? The Red Sea, the Caspian Sea, the Black Sea, or the Mediterranean Sea? Oh, Clive, the only one of our hot seaters to get that one wrong. It's the Caspian Sea. Topper was fastest, BC second, Inca third, ABME fourth, and Clayton was fifth. And Michael's got it wrong as well, and Cola's got it right, so he's going to press the advantage, and they are going to share the Boneyard crown, certainly going into the next question. Clive is probably going to lose that top spot. Let's see what that does to the scores as we reorder the board. Answer was the Caspian Sea. Inca's back into the lead, Clive into second, and Topper now with a very comfortable lead over Clayton in third place. With only 12 points available, I mean, Clayton, ABME, and Ben are all on 7, so I mean, they can't all get 19, but at least one of them could technically get 19. So Clayton, ABME, and Ben, you can possibly hope for a tied silver. One of you can, not all of you can. I think this really is a race now between Inca, Clive, and Topper, but I'm willing to be proved wrong as we go to question number 4. Take a look at this. Opened in 1971 and closed in 2004, the BBC's Pebble Mill studios were located in which city? Swansea, Glasgow, Birmingham, or Manchester? And with that, it is all over. Inca is going to be our gold medalist, is the only one of our hot seaters to get that one right. In under 5 seconds, the answer was Birmingham. All eyes on the Boneyard as Cola and Michael both get it right, both on 18. Let's reorder the board. And Clayton, ABME, and Ben now out of the medal running as well. It is going to be between Clive and Topper for silver and bronze. Let's see what the final question brings. Take a look. Behave, Samster. And Topper. Between them, how many Grand Slam singles titles have Venus and Serena Williams won in total? 41, 21, 31, or 11? Sam, knock it off. That's not cool, by the way, even if it's meant as a joke. Way not cool, man. The answer is 31. 7 for Venus, 24 for Serena, for a total of 31. 4 players getting it right. Clive on top. Top was second, Clinton was third, and Inca was fourth. Yeah, no, not really. I don't really like that. I'm not a fan. No, it's sort of like it's one step away from mocking people or, you know, poking fun at people because they win again from poking fun at people for losing again. You know, it's just a slippery slope. I just don't want it. It just doesn't sit right with me. Put it that way. So can we knock it off, please? There we go. At the risk of sounding like this is a democracy, it is really a dictatorship light. So if you could, I'd be grateful to you all. 31 is the answer. For the final time, let's reorder the board. No changes in the hot seat game, and we have got a boneyard tie. Cola managing to get all the way to round 3 or 4? 4, I think, but has managed to tie it up with Michael. 19 questions out of 25 for both Cola and Michael. Very well done. You will get a lobby medal each. ABME and Ben not to be on this occasion. 7 points in the final. Clayton marginally ahead, finishing on 11. And our top 3 bronze medals to Topper with 22. That'll be your second bronze medal. Clive in second with 25 is going to get the silver. But our winner on Danger Zone tonight with 32 points, your gold medalist, is Inca. Yeah, the order button, Dan, I tend to use if things are a bit memey, if things are getting a bit memely out of hand. If I actually want to rein something in, I'll just say it. Well, congratulations to Inca. That is indeed 2 medals tonight. 1 for distinction, 1 for Danger Zone. Can you do the triple with the Abyss coming up in just a few minutes? We will see. Congratulations as well to Clive on the silver and Topper for the bronze. Can I extend my thanks as well to the Lupine one? For a lovely question pack. Like I said, there were 1 or 2 tricky ones in there, but I think there were certainly some more gettable ones as well. And no sausage questions tonight, so that's always encouraging to see. Yeah, and just on the note of, you know, the poking fun at people, yeah, obviously there's a little bit of banter that goes around, but, you know, it's banter and it's sort of, It's just it's a point where it's noticeable, and when I'm glancing at the chat, I can't tell it's banter anymore. Granted, I don't have the full context because I'm not staring at the chat, but can we just rein it in a bit? Just be nice to each other rather than mockingly celebrating victories. Let's actually just celebrate each other's victories. Just be nice. It's not hard. It doesn't cost us anything. So let's just be cool. It's why this community is so great. Just to spin it into a positive. This is why people like to come here and people hang around here, because it's generally a very nice place to be. So let's keep it that way, even if it is meant in jest. Right, sermon over and game over as well. We're going to take another short little break. I'm going to play a few more ads, so if you're not subscribed, you'll see some adverts. But when we return, we will have the final of the triple bill tonight, or the quadruple bill if you include Bamboozle, which is going to be The Abyss. For the first time this season, it's been written by Toot. And very much looking forward to seeing this play out. Again, couple of questions in this upcoming pack. A little bit tricky, but there's also some very fair and gettable stuff in there. So it should be a good, well-balanced pack, and I'm looking very much forward to how it's going to play out. So that's going to be coming up in about 5 minutes' time. I'll skip the continuity because I've already done it. We'll just jump straight into the next game in about 5 minutes' time. Congratulations again to Colo and Michael on your lobby medal, to Inca, Clive and Topper on your gold, silver and bronze. Thank you again to Lupine for a lovely pack of Danger Zone. Ads coming up for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll get on with The Abyss in about 5 minutes' time. And I will see you after the credits. Thank you all for playing Danger Zone. See you in a minute. I like the sound of this track. Coming up in about 3 or 4 minutes' time, we have got the final game of this evening. It is The Abyss, as written by Now Cut That Out. Type more quiz if you'd like 66 pennies in the next minute and a half. Take this opportunity to go stretch your legs, get some more snacks and drinks, pop to the loo, and when we return, our final game this game night is going to be The Abyss. You don't want to miss it. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. back to the third and final part of this evening's game night, where it is time for the casually nihilistic arena of the Abyss. HCFR is the code if you want to come and play. Unicon room code, and you've got 2 minutes to come and join. Arcade mode quiz. This pack has been written by Now Cut That Out, proofed by me. Persephone's Twitch bot is writing a lot in the chat because, of course, it tells everyone they validated as well, and as well as doing a countdown to get shadow banned. Oh no, it's still going. That's good. Right, coming up to a minute to go. But yeah, it's 20 to 11. I know it's not. Well, it's a school night for those of us who don't go to school anymore. For those of you who are in the world of education, either as students, lecturers, teachers, most of you probably on summer holiday at the moment, and I hope you're having a wonderful time. It is always good to have a bit of a break. I know how exhausting the education sector can be, so yes, a little bit of extra quiz in this summer night. So we've had some summer storms here. We got some rain for the first time in weeks. Thunder and lightning. It was very exciting. Very exciting. But yes, come join. That's 25 players in. The Abyss is nice and simple. If you've not played before, you'll pick it up very quickly, I'm sure. It has got anytime entry, so if you do miss this lobby cutoff, you will be able to come and join later on in the game if you like. 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome on in, Cocaine Gorilla. Oh, hello, Jogging. Welcome to stream, my dude. That is a countdown up. See, are you in, Jogging? Are you come to join? You come to join? Go away. Not you, Jogging, talking to the dog. There you are. No, not you, Mars, talking about the dog. Sorry, it's a line from Mrs. Doubtfire. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27 players, I believe, in this lobby, which is a good, healthy number. Let's get on with it. I know you want some fuss. Do you want to come and co-host the Abyss with me? Here's how to play. Come on then, my pointless friend in more ways than one. Answer the 40 questions across 5 different categories. Use the crossword clues to help you because spelling counts in this game. After 5 questions, 9 players will be selected to join the Abyss Arena. Inside the arena, wrong answers or abstentions cost you a life. 5 consecutive correct answers earns you an extra life, up to a maximum of 3. If you exhaust your lives, you fall into the Abyss and you are out of the game. A player from the wings will replace you. You have got the opportunity to get back into the Abyss Arena. Those who keep answering questions, because it's a sort of RNG based on your total number of correct answers out of the last 5. So every question, it updates how many you've gotten right out of the last 5, except when you drop into the Abyss Arena, in which case it resets to 0. But the more you have right, the more chance you have of joining the Abyss Arena. 9 players inside the arena. At the conclusion of question 40, go on to the final. So use those crossword clues because spelling absolutely counts in this game. So it's got to be exact spelling of either the answer or one of the variations. That's all there is to it. So I think the categories are relatively self-explanatory, but I will do the thing that I always do. And remember, each of these categories, you'll see one of each in the main game before you get repeats, but they may not be in the same order every time. Okay, so it's going to shuffle the order within the 5, but you will get one of each one. So very quickly, refer back to these categories because sometimes these can have extra clues as well. Your categories are: don't get angry. You've got to name the word that ends in the letters A-N-G. You've got the big screen. Fill in the blanks in these big movie titles. And an extra clue from Toot here. Think logically, as the clue should help even if you don't know the film. Summers of '69. Nice. Ben still go? Of course Ben still go. Yeah, it's a quadruple bill tonight, Lewis. Yeah, Summers of 69. Name the year ending in 69 from its events. Okay? So 4-digit years required for that. No spelling leniency. Don't try and type it in words. You can call me Al, and it is very much Al and not AI. Name the famous people whose first name begins with AL. And Back to the Dance Floor. Name of the artists of these songs with the word back in them. So you'll be given songs with the word back in. You've got to name the artist. So don't get angry. Words ending in ANG. The big screen. Movies that have got big in the title. Summers of 69. Name the year ending in 69 from the events. You can call me Al. Name the famous people whose first names begin with AL. And Back to the Dance Floor. Name the artist of the song with the word back in the title. Everyone got the hang of it? Good stuff. Very best of luck to you. Perpetual most received. He hasn't been hooked to a generator yet. I don't know about all that. Here we go. Best of luck. Let's play. Starting with Don't Get Angry. Mitchell on Web Game Show with 10 letters. Name the word that ends in the letters ANG. And for once, that actually is number wang, which I don't have on my soundboard. Word wang erasure. Not 10 letters though, is it? You can call me Al, genie-owning Disney protagonist. 7 letters. I'm afraid spelling counts. Shall we call you Al? Or maybe just Din? Or how about Laddie? Sounds like, come here boy. Aladdin was the answer. Next up, Back to the Dance Floor. Everybody, Backstreet's Back. 1997. 10-4 or 3. That's the Backstreet Boys. We also accepted BSB. It's apparently a common initialism for them. Big screen, Clifford the Big Blank Blank 2021. Colourful CGI canine. 3-3. Red Dog. Clifford the Big Red Dog. One more before we bring some players in. The year of the 4 emperors. 2 or 4. That's a clue for you. Name the year ending in 69. The fact that we can accept just 2 for this one should be a clue. 69. Nice. 100% 2 just put that question in, so the answer could be 69. Yes, the year of the 4 emperors was 69. We also accepted 69 AD or AD 69. So, coming into the Abyss Arena then, AB on 5, Shapes on 5, Stimpson on 3, Michael on 4. It's also telling me the number of appearances. I must have updated this. Matt joins us with 4, first appearance. JR joins us with 4, first appearance. Clayton joins us with 3 points, first appearance. Samson joins us with 5, first appearance. Pyro joins us with 3, first appearance. And that's it. On we go. Back to the Dance Floor is next. Baby Got Back. 1992. 3-7 or 3? Tricky one there. Sir Mix-a-Lot is what we wanted. Sir Mix-a-Lot. Quite a few players losing a life. Let's go on. Don't Get Angry. Combination of question mark and exclamation mark. 11 letters. One of my favourite pieces of punctuation. It is the interrobang. Stimpson losing another life. You're poised above the abyss floor. Tread carefully. Big screen, The Big Blank, 1990. Film school grad understands the wider world. There's a logical clue there that can help you to the film even if you don't know it. understanding the wider world, the big picture. Stimson, you're dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. You'll be replaced with a Flyboy on 4 points, first appearance. You can call me Al, Brave New World author, 66 or 6. If you're going to go for the single name one, you need the surname in all of these, incidentally. Well, you can give me the full name, Aldous Huxley. Pyro Clayton, you dropped into the abyss, you're out of the game, thanks for playing. Optimath joins us with 5 points, first appearance. And Silver Electron joins us with 6 points, first appearance. I'm wondering why Opsy's column is red, but that's just their avatar. Summers of 69, the Mercator projection is used for the first time. What year, ending in 69? We'll also add in this round, there are no repeats. So a bit like red herrings, keep track of them after they've gone. 1569 is the answer. Matt, ADMEJI, you're dropped into the abyss, you're out of the game. Mercator projection is most maps, Conrad Lack, so Google Maps is an image of the Mercator projection. Vertigo, Lupine and Oni joining us with 6, 7 and 7 points respectively, all on their first appearance. Solomon, welcome to the game. Don't get angry. 1986, Eddie Murphy flop named for a weapon. 9 letters. That's a boomerang. Boomerang, not boomerang hash, unfortunately, Shapes. That's an unfortunate typo there. Summers of 69 is next. William the Conqueror begins quelling the harrying of the North. What year was that, ending in 69? William I won the Battle of Hastings in 1066 and began quelling the harrying of the North 3 years later in 1069. Back to the dance floor is next. Sexy Bag 2006. 610 or 6 or 10? It would be Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake. I don't know why I said that like Boris Johnson, but there we go. Sam, it's 5 right in a row. Well played. That's an extra life up to 3. Big screen is next. The Big Blank 1946. Don't doze off watching this film noir. 5 letters. Use that clue to help you. There is an extra clue within the clue. The Big Sleep is the answer. You can call me Al, Scottish telephone inventor. Alexander Graham Bell is the answer. So accepted Alexander Graham Bell, or just Bell on its own. Silver Electron, 5 right in a row. That's next for life, you're up to 3. Don't get angry. Phyllis Diller's fictional husband. 4 letters. You've got to guess. You've got a 1 in 26 chance of getting this right. It's Fang. Oh, it's a bit of a bloodbath. Shapes, Flyboy, Michael and Opsy have dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Jogging joining us with 8. First appearance. Innis joining us with 13. First appearance. Solomon joining us with 3, first appearance. And Cola joining us with 10, first appearance. On we go. Big Blank, 1999. Adam Sandler's Dysfunctional Parenting, 5 letters. Just fill in the blank. Big Daddy. Big Daddy, one of his better films, I think. Along with Billy Madison. Summers of 69 coming up. Samuel Pepys stops writing his diary. What year ending in 69? Still got the dog on me. He's staying. Ending in 69, Sam. You did the odd bit. 1669, not 1649. Oh, Sam.
What a shame.
Bad typo there. Never mind, on to the next one. You can call me Al. Stage name of musician Vincent Furnier. 5, 6, or 6. Alice Cooper, Vertigo and Sam, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Clayton coming back, 9 points on their second appearance now. And Shapes with 15 coming in on their second appearance. I like how it tells me how many times they've been in the centre already. Who the? Kiss Alice, indeed. Back to the dance floor, never going back again. 1977, 9 and 3. Working it out, but taking a while. Fleetwood Mac is the answer. New casualties in the centre. Let's go to the next one. The Big Blank, 1930, appropriately named prison drama. 5 letters. It's the Big House. Cola, Inca, Silver Electron. You're dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thanks for playing. Matt joining us for 13, second appearance. Vertigo joining us for 13, second appearance. And Michael joining us for 17, second appearance. I'm not sure that's right. Have you all been in already? So it's telling me second appearance, might be wrong. Anyway, back to the dance floor, back in the USSR, 1968, 3, 7, or 7. Maybe you have been in twice. Oh, it is second appearance, okay. I should trust my own logic is working. It's the Beatles who are overrated. Another one, you've got a 1 in 26 chance. Don't get angry. Chinese Dynasty, 618 to 907, 4 letters. It ends in ANG, so it's not going to be Ming. And it's 4 letters, so it's not going to be Chang. It's Tang! Clayton, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Sam coming back in for a second attempt on 18 points. 17 questions to go now. Sam's at 69. Wyoming gives women the right to vote. 4 letters. Some people think it was as late as 1969. It was 1869 when Wyoming gave women the right to vote. Vertigo Lupine jogging into the abyss. And out of the game, Pyro coming for a second attempt on 9 points. Midget coming in for a first attempt, 5 points. Maybe Me coming for a second attempt, 13 points. On we go, 16 questions left. It's not that backwards though, Lupine. Mr. E equals MC squared, 6, 8, or 8. Doggy woggy. Do you like the fan? Sit in front of the fan. Albert Einstein is the answer. The Big Blank, 1983. Baby boomers experienced the thawing of youthful idealism. There is a clue in that question. Big Chill, Shapes only. Solomon, you dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. G. Eisen's first appearance in the centre with 13 points. Silver Electron, a second appearance with 17 points. And JR, a second appearance with 15 points. 14 questions to go. Let's play on. Bring it all back. 1999, 141 or 14. What a banger it is as well. Don't stop, never give up. Hold your head high and reach the top. And measure on the internet, it's dropped to the abyss, and it is out the game. It all back now. Clive joining the centre with 16 points. First appearance, 13 questions to go. The man who cracked the Nazi code, 4, 6, or 6. Yeah, Bring It All Back by S Club 7 was an absolute belter. Absolute belter. That is Alan Turing. He appears on the back of the £50 note. Great man. No casualties there. Let's go on. Rufio's battle cry or Skrillex song. 9 letters. Rufio. What have you got that? That would be Bangarang. G. Isaacs and Pyro, you're dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Opsy coming for a second attempt on 14 points. And Dan coming for a first appearance on 11 points. Doggy has vacated my lap. Sums of 69. Saladin triumphs in the Battle of the Blacks. You're an inanimate kid object. Clayton. Yeah, channeling In Bruges vibes there. It's 11:69. Matt and AB Me have dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Naughty Goth gets his first chance, currently on 27. And only coming back for a second attempt on 24. Just 10 questions to go. You can call me Al. Clinton's VP. 2, 4 or 4. Al Gore is the answer there. Almost a sea of green. Lovely to see. President we never had, apparently. I'm not American, so I can't comment, really. Big screen. Nanny McPhee and the Big Blank. 2010, an explosive sequel with 4 letters. My knee. My knee's still giving me grief slightly. It's all good. The Big Bang! Clive, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thanks for playing. Sam, it's 5 right in a row. That was an extra life. You're back up to the second level, and here comes Shapes on their 3rd appearance with 23 points. Welcome back. 8 questions left. We are never ever getting back together. 2012, 6-5 or 5 or 6 or 1-5. I put a lot of variations in for this one. That would be Taylor Swift. Summers of 69. The Chappaquiddick incident. 4 letters. Well, 4 numbers. The last 2 of which will be 69. The Chappaquiddick incident. Yes, T Swift. There's T Swift. Taylor Swift. I think Tay might have been one. 1969. Same year man walked on the moon. Michael, 5 right in a row. That's an extra life. You're back up to the second level. Pressure mounting as with 6 questions to go. Don't get angry. Ford car named for a wild horse. 7 letters. That's the Mustang, the Ford Mustang. Drums in the centre, and that's an extra life for Silver Electron. 5 right in a row. You're back up to the second level. So, 5 questions to go. Best of luck. Ironic singer, 6, 10 or 10. Mind your spelling. Tricky one. Morissette, 2 S's, 2 T's. Puzzle Dan, you dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing, Alanis Morissette. Incus, coming in for a second appearance on 28 points. Sums of 69. The Birth of Machiavelli. 4 letters. Well, 4 numbers. Last 2 are 6, 9. Birth of Machiavelli. $14.69. Optimax and Silver Electron. You've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thanks for playing. G. Eisens coming back with 16 points for a second appearance. Simpson's Angle with 14 points coming back for a second appearance. Get 1 of these right and you are in the final. 3 questions to go. Big Blank, 1986. New Orleans Neo-Noir. Or Neo-Noir if you prefer. The big easy. JR, not to be on this occasion. You've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Woollyback, first appearance with 17 points, guaranteed into the final. We'll see you there. Don't get angry. Amy Poehler's podcast, Good Blank. 4 letters, ending in A-N-G. 1 in 26 chance. It's the big hang. Shapes, Oni, into the abyss and out of the game. Thank you for playing. Extra lives for Michael and Samster up to level 3 and 2. Lupine joins us for a second appearance on 29, guaranteed into the final. And Clayton joins us for a third appearance on 19, guaranteed into the final. With 1 question to go. Pressure on Stimson's Angle and G. Eisens. Don't look back in anger. 1996, 5 letters. Oasis, G. Eisens, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. And Colin books his slot on a first appearance. 14 points. And that is the end of the main game. So, some tricky questions there, but if you're in yellow, you are in the abyss final. Congratulations to Samster, Colin, Bugged Lad, Inca, Ralph, Stimson's Angle, Clayton, Woollyback, and Michael. You are all in the Abyss final. You'll get, well, I'll let the instructions do the talking. You're now going to face up to 10 questions across the same 5 categories. They will all be displayed in a random order. You won't necessarily get 5 from different categories before they repeat, but there's 2 of each of the categories in this final set. Players in the Abyss have had their lives refreshed. They're all up to 3 lives. Gameplay is the same as before, except extra lives are no longer awarded, and players who drop into the Abyss will not be replaced. Last player left standing is declared the winner, and in the event no winner has emerged after 10 questions, the winner is the player who is higher up their column. In the event of a tie, the player with the highest score will be declared the winner. Simple as that. You're still playing for pennies if you're not in the arena. But the very best of luck to you all. Inca going for his 3rd medal tonight. Michael and, sorry, I beg your pardon, Bugged Lad has got the highest score, 37 out of 40. Michael not far behind on 34. Let's see what happens. The very best of luck to you all. Oh, start with an easy one. Summers of 69, Mohammed born. 3 characters. The last 2 are 6'9". Three players in the centre getting it, everyone else wrong. 569 was the answer. Woolly-Bet, Michael and Naughty Goth all getting that one right. Next one. Youngest man in history to win a tennis singles major. 5 or 7-5. Ending in A-N-G, that is Michael Chang. Michael Chang. Back to the dance floor. My neck, my back, lick it. 2002, 4 letters. Name the artist. Couple are getting it. Well done if you got this one. Kia is the answer. Stimson's Angle, Colin, Samsey, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Call me Al, most decorated US Olympian in track events, 7-5 or 5. Alison Felix is the answer. Lupine, Woollyback, Inca and Clayton dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. It's Michael vs. Goth. 6 questions to go. Big Top Blank Blank, 1988. Sequel to a big adventure, 6 or 3-3. The Big Top Pee-wee. Michael losing a life there. 3 plays 1 with 5 questions to go. Stuart Smalley, actor turned senator. And that's okay. 2, 7 or 7. Al Franken was the answer, both of them correct. 4 questions left. The Last Airbender, 4 letters ending in ANG. Ang, A-A-N-G. 44.39, 3 questions left. Big screen, big blank, 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 blank. 1986, Ride the Pork Chop Express, 7265. They're gonna get there in time. They're not. It's Big Trouble in Little China. That's all we can do. Bug Lad, congratulations. You have survived the abyss. GG's indeed. Let's just take a look at the cabinets there. Naughty Goth, that is your first medal for the Abyss. Very well played, Michael. It would have been your second, but not to be. Naughty Goth, first time winner of the Abyss. You're building up a nice little cabinet there now, Naughty Goth, aren't you? You got your Bidding War lobby, your Danger Zone lobby, your 2 Escape Artist golds, Money Box bronze, Spotlight bronze, and now an Abyss gold. Very well played indeed to you. Good games indeed. And Bug Lab with the high score overall, 44 out of, how many questions did we get through in the final? 8, so that's 44 out of 48, only dropping 3 or 4 of them, so top effort there. Michael on 39, Oni and Inca and Sam and Ralph all on 34, so good scores across the board. We will of course convert all of those into pennies. Move to be able to see our medals. Yes, you can, Clayton, on the website. I've been banging on about it. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but yeah, if you go to PersephoneShare.com, you can access the medal cabinet right there. I could probably just type website, or I can press that button, can't I? Yes, check your penny bank by typing pennies in the chat, or visiting PersephoneShare.com/thepennybank. Because I needed to put the word "the" in the URL. I didn't need to, but it felt like the right thing to do. It's the Penny Bank. Very well played to Naughty Goth, our Abyss champion. Thank you very much to Toot. It's a very, very interesting pack. I thought it was quite a well pitched pack. There were some difficult questions in there, but there were some fair ones as well, and a good range of scores is what we like to see in a game of the Abyss. It normally shows the pack's been fairly well pitched. So thank you very much to Toot for your efforts. And that's pretty much it. We've got to go raid someone. So I'm going to roll the credits. Nico Hart is still live. So there's a good chance we'll go and raid Nico, because I've not seen him for a while. He's playing Dead Take, which looks a bit like a horror game. Love a horror game. So we're going to go say hi to Nico after the credits have rolled. Thank you all very much for playing. Thank you to Toot for the questions, and congratulations to Naughty Goth, aka Bugged Lad, because you have survived the Abyss. Well, it has been a very full episode of Game Night tonight as we see July off into the final 45 minutes or so of July, certainly here in the UK. As of tomorrow, it will be August. How exciting, the month of my birthday stream, the month of the mid-season break, having my guest next Thursday in the shape of Oni. So that's Battlefront, Moneybox and Risky Business next Thursday. If you're here at the weekend though, Plinko the Purge and Data Leak on Saturday. Do come and join me for those. Yeah, we're going to go raid into Nico Hart, but I need to pick a raid message. There's quite a few good ones tonight. I quite like that one as well. That's funny. That's good. Right, I've got it down to a few, and I'm going to select my favourite. I think I've got it down to a choice of two, so let's give some pity pennies out. I think I've got it. Right, so JR for a three-way at the top. Fluffy, Sonic questions have a ring to them. Oni, don't get number wangry. Michael, Farage into the danger zone. And AB me. I missed my mouth in excitement. Guys, thank you all so very much for joining me this game night. I hope you've had fun. It's been a bumper episode, 4 episodes. I hope you enjoyed the new Bamboozle software as well. As ever, come and join the Discord. Come and hang out. Post anything any ideas you had into the suggestions channel. It'd be lovely to see you. I'm going to be back on Saturday with Plinko the Quiz by Cola, The Purge by Zeus, and Data Leak by Jerry. Very much looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you once again to all the writers for tonight, to JR for Bamboozle, to Fluffy for Distinction, and thank you to Stimpson for proofing that one as well, to Lupine for Danger Zone, and to Toot for The Abyss. Congratulations to all of our medalists and penny winners. I will go and add on the backlog of pennies from Bamboozle and investigate as to why that wasn't working, because it's a bit odd that it wasn't. We are going to raid into Nico Hart, who's playing Dead Take, and we are going to go and say a message provided for us by Conradalac. That was not a good fingers. Which is what I said to his nibs down here when he took his Scooby snack earlier on. So yeah, that's going to be everything. We're going to raid Nico Hart and we're going to say that was not a good fingers. Shapes, I'll cash that in for you in just a minute. Until Saturday night, when I will be back. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe as always. And yeah, you've been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush, and until Saturday night, take care, peace out, and good night.
Like you. No! Chase, it defies